What is up, everybody, and welcome to JohnnyKpicks. Alongside me is co-host Blood Money MMA Bets, and we are here to break down and give you our best picks and bets for UFC 290, Volkanovski versus Rodriguez. How is everybody doing? Cody, I'll start off with you. What do you like about this card?
This is a good card. Yeah, I like a lot about this card. As many betting spots just because it's chalky, but dude, I like a lot of the fights. It sucks we don't get to see Jack Della put his hands on somebody, but overall, this is going to be a really good card. A lot of violent spots and just good fights.
For sure. And we have two special guests, and as you probably already know, Patrick from Addicted to Combat, our guy, and also Dravi MMA from Twitter. Definitely check both these guys out on their pages. The links are below in the description. Patrick, how's it going today?
Man, we got 2 championships on the line. I'm a happy man. Can't wait for some action here, man. Some big names. Not the card to probably get rich on betting-wise, but we can stay safe and, get some profit this week. There's a lot of big favorites, but, I think we're all going to contribute some violent spots, some over-unders, some sneaky props that we can find to make money on. So let's get after it, man. Dodge some landmines.
Yes, sir. And Dravi, tell me what you like about this one, what you're looking forward to.
Yeah, man, the main event and the co-main event will be good fights, man. Like every time Volkanovski fight, it's always good fights, and the same for Moreno and Pantoja. So I can't wait for both this fight, and I'm looking forward to who win the fight between Moreno and Pantoja. That's probably my most anticipated fight on the card.
That's gonna be a banger, dude. Like I'm really, really looking forward to that one too. But we'll say hi to the chat here real quick, see who showed up with us. We got about a little over 10 people in here so far, but they're just, we're usually late, so they always come a little later. So St. John, what's up, man? He said, let's go. Thanks for coming out. MMA Propaholic Killer Panel. Thanks. Appreciate that. Definitely check out MMA Propaholic if you do not know him. He does great stuff on Twitter and YouTube. Saba, our guy, Saba Boys in the Hood. Yes, sir. What's up, Saba? Catalan, what's up, man? He said, let's fucking go. Yes, sir. Thanks for coming out. I expected our Bulgarian friend as a guest today. Well, maybe one day it'll be funny.
Fuck you. Suck it,
Johnny K. Suck it.
Suck it.
Narashi, if I said that wrong, I am sorry. Let's go. Thanks for coming out, my guy. Which one is the safest bet? Rebovix or Aguilar? I would say Rebovix, but that's because I have a bet on him.
Makes sense.
He says Rebovix as well. Bunny Hunter, our guy. What's up, Bunny Hunter? He said, what's up, guys? Good luck tonight. Pray for our country as always. Let's fucking go. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Appreciate you, Bunny. Violinsa, yes, is incoming. Let's go. Great panel. Saba says Berrettini is up 2-0 in the sets. I got a bet on him on tennis. Saba's been helping me out with the tennis bets. I am not a wizard at all, so looking good there. Sorry. Berrettini only plays when he feels like it. I hope he feels like it right today. So he's doing good. AJ, our guy, what's up? Let's go. I'm hyped. Yes, sir. Johnny, give me an MLB pick for today. I like Toronto. Who else did I put in my parlay? I'll get back to you on that one. I freaking forgot. Toronto, Rangers, and Cleveland Guardians. Those are the 3 that I like today. There you go. Late. All right. We are always late. Would have been nice to have JDM and Brady on this card. Yeah, that was going to be a great fight.
Been awesome. Especially
with a great line on JDM at -105 that I did not get, and I was mad that it canceled. Fight Talk only. What's up, man? He said, good luck to all you gang. Appreciate
Fight
that.
Talk.
Definitely check out Fight Talk on Twitter. He does great write-ups for everybody. He does a great little thing where he does collabs through a whole bunch of different cappers. So it's amazing, and I love it.
Dude, that's so much fun.
Stuff. It is.
That's
such a good idea, and he does such a great job with the graphics and everything.
Everything.
For sure.
Puts in some time. That's why I participate every week, man. He puts in the time. I'll put in some time for sure, and it's a good thing. It's fun. It's awesome, man. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah,
so definitely check out Fight Talk only on Twitter and like and subscribe and whatever Twitter you do. Follow. I don't know. Sicky Does MMA, our guy. What's up, Sicky? He said, what's up, boys? Definitely check out Sicky Does MMA on Twitter, on YouTube, John Jones fan clubs.
Sicky hates all my bets this week, man.
I know he hates.
Sicky's got to be in heaven, dude. They announced the John Jones Stipe fight. Sicky's probably just Man, he's probably just pleasuring himself all weekend.
You know it.
In the dark corner.
Pleasure man. Pleasure man.
No, in public, not in the dark corner. In
Oh, in public.
Okay. When John Jones is fighting, you do it in public, man. You don't.
That's very true.
You go,
Derek, our guy,
Pee Wee Herman with that shit.
Our guy Derek's in here. What's up, Derek? Thanks for the show, guys. Definitely check out Derek on Instagram. He does a good fight algorithm where it doesn't go the distance and good picks as well. Algorithm is up in the 80% or more, so it's really good. Check him out on Instagram.
I need to drop to 75 this week because he's got a couple fights on there that's supposed to end.
But it's all good. Eric the Red, what's up, Eric? So what's up, guys? Hope all is well. Good luck, everyone. Good luck to you as well, Eric, and definitely appreciate you coming out. Yes, we got the GOAT himself, Tajik Bey, in the house. What's up, Tajik Bey? Appreciate you coming out. If you don't know him, which I don't know why you wouldn't, definitely check him out on Twitter, on YouTube, all that good stuff. He does great content and good Twitter spaces and all that.
He's saying, yeah, you're by flying knee round 5, I think.
Yeah. And also he does great merchandise. So definitely check out his merchandise too. It's fantastic.
Sure.
Pink Floyd, our guy. What's up, Pink Floyd? Nice. Just in time. Love this panel in this chat. Appreciate you coming out as well. Cody found the value with those over-unders. Good job, man. Look at that. I'm going to say Kid Kick. What's up, man? He said, what's up, gents? Great day for violence. Appreciate you coming out, man. I think there's going to be a lot of violence on this card for sure. Here from Blood Money Videos. We always appreciate you coming out. Blood Money's okay. He's okay.
My man.
Getting my drinking game going while I'm listening. You got you sharps. You got those 9.5s prop. Keep it going, man.
He does. He drinks the bourbon barrel ones, man.
John Dwight Bones Jones inside 3 rounds.
I agree with that. I would never go against the GOAT again, man.
That's TLHD Slayer. I know. That was pretty bad.
Actually, I didn't even bet it. I bet the over 4.5, but I picked Cyril God. So you gotta live with that.
I bet Cyril God. So I lived with it. It happened. Yeah. I bet him. I mean, at plus 150 from never gonna pick him again, though. I'll tell you that.
Not against Bones.
No. Learn my lesson. Slayer, what's up, man? He said, "What's up, fellas? Let's crash this pay-per-view day. Let's do it. Appreciate you coming out."
He kills
merch though. Man. Yes, you have the greatest merch ever, dude. Love it. Need violence in 5 of 6 of his bets are in violence. There you go.
Okay.
Hey Robs, what's up, man? Proper Quattro. Appreciate you coming out as always, May Robs. Flavio, what's up, man? What do you guys think of the over the Nickel Val fight? You'll be sweating that bad boy.
Nickel's way too big.
I would say if you want to do an over 0.5 rounds, so 2.5 minutes, I like that one. That's about it.
I don't even know if it goes that. That dude's a striker, man. Bo's gonna go out and fucking throw that.
Tajik Bey. The 4th guy is Dravi from Twitter. Dravi MMA right there. Definitely check him out. Sharp. He has great work. Sharp guy. We always like to have him on.
AKA the George St. Pierre of Twitter.
Yes. I vouch for him all day, Tajik Bey, and especially last time, Johnny. I'm not impressed with your performance.
I'm not impressed with your performance.
That, right? Yeah.
Did you see that last time, Patrick?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's favorite.
GSP's back in the grappling match also.
We're gonna see
December or something
again.
Yeah, I wonder who's gonna be against.
I want to see him do some BJJ. That dude's such a beast.
It should be against another legend. That'd be awesome, just to get the grappling scene going a little bit.
Lawler.
There you go.
Johnny.
The 90s. What's up? The 90s. What's up? Tatsuro fight over 1.5. You'll be sweating that half.
Charles is so tough, dude. I was super impressed with what he did with Carpenter. Not only surviving, but beating the brakes off of him a little bit in that first round. So I put Carpenter up there as a prospect like Tiara, a little lower because he's got more to go. But I think Chariz is tough.
It can happen, but like I said, I would be sweating that 2.5 minutes in the second round because I think that's when Tyra gets it done. But that's just me. MPTV, our guy, what's up? Since it's only the time my fiance lets me socialize, look at this money. We always appreciate you coming out, and we appreciate your wife for letting you come out as well each and every week.
Yeah,
I need some Blood Money merch.
It's coming.
Come on, man. Come on.
I want to make some new shirts to wear down to Nashville. I need some new. I'm gonna make some new stuff, man. I got my Ranj, my Capper Comparison shirt on today, man. Supporting the channel.
There you go,
dude.
Our guy Ranj back in the business. Crazy how people bet Gon against Jones and now are probably going to pick Spivak. course I am. I don't know, but I haven't thought about that fight. Bias Bets. What's up, Bias Bets? Check them out on YouTube and Twitter. I agree with violence, but juiced unders. The fact that you can cut Saman from minus 625 to minus 25 and Tyra, all those under 3.5 is crazy to me. Yep. I agree. Got debut Dravi on next week's Community Collab. Let's go. There you go. Definitely hit him up. He'll do it.
You won't be disappointed.
He's sharp. You won't be disappointed. You might not be able to get him off your thing because he's gonna keep winning. So,
Dravi's the man. You got to get
killer,
him on some more shows. Let him get them picks out there.
Yes, sir. Andy, what's up, man? He's in the house. Thanks for coming out, man. And Carpenter is ass, dude. Whoa, that is good.
Sicky's on one this week, man. Sicky's telling me that Kamala Kirk.
Sicky's feeling it. He's feeling it after John Jones' announcement, man.
He said Kirk had an off day against Jackson. He really has that Stephen Wonderboy striking. I said, I don't know about that, man. He's on
crazy. Sicky. Gosh. Damn, Sicky. Starting to sound like someone I know. The bookie, man. What's up, man? Bookie. Bo Nickel. Man, first to third minute, first round prop is the play for me. There you go.
I think he smokes, dude. That dude's
I think it goes over 2.5 minutes. It does. We're going to Nashville, Cody, and still thinking about going myself. Yep.
Yes,
we
sir,
are going. Me and Cody.
Me and Johnny got floor seats, man. Row 2, 7 rows back. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we'll definitely. And if you go there, man, let's all meet up. I think Derek Izzy might go there. Anybody going to UFC Nashville, dude, hit us up. We hung out with a bunch of people at the Bellator.
We did, like at least 5 people, 5 or 6 people.
Fun, and that was a Bellator, probably more at a UFC.
True.
Big one like this.
Oh yeah. So have fun, guys, watching the fight card at night from home in Europe. Love the nights. There you go.
Thanks for
Tajik Bay's going to check you out, Dravi. So there you go.
There. That's why Tajik's the man.
Yes, sir. Being aggressive with his reads after last week and there. Well, all right. I mean, ultra aggressive.
Damn near super.
There you go. Yep. All right, we'll get to the first fight of the night now. So let's see. We got Kamala Kirk versus Esteban Rebovix. Cody, I'll let you start this one off. Who do you like here and why?
Yeah, man. I like Esteban here. He's a natural lightweight. He was 11-0 with 11 finishes before that last fight with Loic. When he fought Loic, that was on short notice, and he still put up a hell of a fight, man. That went to split decision, and there's like you could find a way to give him the win in that. Even though he was taken down 11 times, he got back up. I can't compare Loic with Kirk and say Kirk's going to take him down 11 times or even take him down and hold him down because Loic's like a welterweight Russian wrestler, you know? So it's a little bit different. But I like Rebovic's cardio. I like his toughness. I like his pace, his pressure, and I like his power. Punches are good. Looks like he's got a really good get-up game. Kamala Kirk, I mean, maybe he's improved. He's got like decent low output striking. He's got decent wrestling. I don't know because I've never seen him like win a wrestling exchange in the UFC. I've seen Makwan take him down. I've seen Damon Jackson take him down at featherweight. So I can't really say that he's got like good wrestling. I know he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but I don't really see him just going out there choking anybody out. So I think from what I've seen with Damon Jackson being able to pressure him and outstrike him and outgrapple him, I'm going to say Rebovix is going to be able to eat whatever Kamala has to offer, and he's going to just land the bigger shots. And I think that he can either win by decision with bigger shots, just dropping him, or he can get the finish because it looked like Kirk slowed down against Damon Jackson bad after that first round of just getting pressured backwards and beat up. So I'm going to take a Rebovix either by finish or decision. I don't know. I like the price. I don't think you have to get too particular with it. So just give me Rebovix money line.
There you go. Patrick, who do you like?
Yeah, this is one of my only money lines. I got 2 units on Esteban Rebovix at -140. I like him to win this fight. It's like Cody said, it's a style between like a low output counter striker and Kamala Kirk, who's a grappler that doesn't usually force that urgently, but he's taking on Rebovix, who's a really good pressure fighter, and that's something that Kirk has really struggled against. Guys like Billy Q on the Contender Series, guys like Damon Jackson, who just pressured him and actually kind of had the better of the striking at times. And the one win he has is over Makwan Americani, which is a questionable decision too, honestly. So, I mean, this is still a risky bet because even though we saw against Loic Radzhabov, Rebovix does have better cardio than you probably would have thought from his record, but he's still a green guy. Like, I don't know. He could get controlled in the ground. So it's a bit risky, but one of the few money lines on this card where it's like the odds are playable. I think it's a good stylistic matchup for Rebovix.
There you go. Dravi, who do you like?
I'm on the other side here. I'm on Kirk, but at the early price, I got plus 163.
Okay.
I kind of like you guys got minus 140 for Rebovix. Yeah, I think that's decent. I think it's a close fight to a pick him because, like I know Kirk's moving up in weight, but if you check the face off and the time off he took, he put on some muscle. I think he's kind of all right for 155. He has a reach advantage here. I think that's going to be a close fight on the feet. But I just the Rebovix takedown defense not good, man. I think Kirk can mix up the wrestling and the grappling here. And the difference between Rebovix last opponent, I think Kirk's a better grappler. I think he has better top control and BJJ. So if you get him down, I think he can control him or potentially get a sub early. But if it goes to a decision, I think it's going to be close. So I like the plus 163 on Kirk early. At the current price, I think you can pass or you can still, like if you got Rebovix at minus 140, minus 130 he was at some point, I think it's a good bet also, but I prefer Kirk at a big plus money here.
Yeah, I'm on the Rebovix side here too. I got a money line bet, just 1.5 to win 1. I just think he's the better striker. I think he's going to be hit more technique. He's going to be quicker. He's going to land that good counters, and I think he can land that knockout shot. I know Kirk does have the reach advantage, and then maybe the grappling advantage, but I'm not too impressed with his wrestling. He might be able to get Rebovix down early, but I think as the fight goes on, I think Kirk may slow down a bit, be a little bit sloppier with his techniques and takedowns. And I think Esteban will take advantage of that, keep it on the feet, and then just piece him up. So maybe the first round, this could be a potential live bet spot if Kirk does really well in the first round and you see him start to slow down. I think Esteban will be very good still in the second and third rounds, too. As you saw in the last fight, he was landing some bombs against Radzhabov, and he wobbled him a couple times in the third. So I like Rebovix here. That's just my personal opinion. I think he's just the better striker, and I favor strikers more so. So, I'm going to say by... I can see decision or like a late finish, but I'll just say decision.
What do you guys think about that over 2.5 sitting at plus 155? That's tempting.
It is. I can see like a third round knockout, and I just don't know when.
It is, but I would like the over kind of because like if I do unders, I usually like both of them to be finishers. Right. They both are. If you look at the records, I think Camilo Kirk has finished all but like 2 of his wins, but he's
all but one.
So low level guys, and Rebovix looks so durable. I like Rebovix training at ATT. He's only going to be getting better every single fight.
True.
He's a little younger, you know what I mean? And he definitely has way more power and aggression.
Yeah, Dravi brings up a good point, though. I do hate that takedown defense from Rebovix because he just always relies on the Kimura to try to sweep or force a scramble. That's if Kirk comes in here aggressive and wants to prove a point with the grappling, I think he could have success early.
Yeah. Does anybody know if Rebovix was at ATT
for
his debut?
Yeah. Because him and Loic trained together at ATT.
Oh, okay.
They were both at ATT, so like they were training partners, so they kind of knew, what they were getting into a little bit.
I mean, I guess I'm just kind of banking on like Kirk just not being as good of a wrestler that Loic was, because I think he's going to be improving his takedown defense because Esteban wasn't even supposed to fight a wrestler in that fight. I don't even remember who it was, but it wasn't a wrestler at all. So he wasn't probably training too much takedown defense, and it was last short notice. So
I feel like if Camilo Kirk comes out and just starts wrestling heavy in the first round, and Rebovix keeps getting up like he did against Loic, like it's just going to wear him out. And then eventually, like he's going to be going backwards where Rebovix coming forward with his combos. I feel like I see like a little quit in Kirk. You know what I mean?
He was supposed to, Esteban was supposed to fight Camilo Kirk last time.
Kirk pulled out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So he still wanted this fight. Like, let me go get the easy. I mean, Camilo Kirk's 12-5 against like all low level fights besides like Billy Q and that.
But there's a thing also, like I know Rebovix cardio looked like insane last time out, but he didn't cut weight. He was fighting at 170. Now he will be.
They did?
Now he cut weight to 155, and the opposite for Kirk. He slowed down in fight, but he was doing a big weight cut for 145. Now he's not cutting as much weight for 155. So I don't think like there's a massive cardio difference personally. But if you look at like their past fight, there is. And if you look at Kirk, like he fought like Amir Khali and Jackson. I think that's why he wasn't able to to show his wrestling grappling. But in this fight, I think that's a good spot for him to shine in that department. But we're about to find out, because I can understand both sides, to be honest. But I just like Kirk at the big plus that I got him.
Tapology says it was at one. Tapology said that fight was at 155, but I mean they're wrong a lot. So I'm not saying you're wrong, Robbie. So I couldn't remember that. The last fight,
if it wasn't 155, it would have just been that catch weight, because he was supposed to fight Kirk at 155. But I think Loic made the weight last time, actually.
Yeah, he made the weight.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right. I thought that was a catch weight. No, I thought that was.
I mean, Tapology is wrong a lot. I'm telling you. So it could be wrong. I don't know. Yeah,
screw me up on these sizes, just like with the Williams dude. We're about to talk about.
The sizes and the height, like they're wrong all the time.
Might be wrong.
It's all good. Let's see. Andy said I did bet all the big underdogs, only the one to hit and still fine. There you go. Hopefully you hit one of them. That's all you got. Pays for your night for sure.
Women underdogs, dude. That'll eventually pay off.
Rebovix KO in the first round. I like that.
Esteban, I like the style, Saba.
Props on Esteban, no bet though. If Kirk engages in a brawl, he's in trouble for sure. Kirk's tank isn't the best. He practically gave up against Billy. A lot of people do though.
And against Jackson. He gave up against Jackson.
Yeah, he did. Dude. Yeah, on the ground instead of on the feet. But yeah, the big volume is a lot more.
Wanted to get beat up there, but
yeah, I mean, I like his gas tank more for sure in this fight. I'm not saying it's amazing, but I do like it more.
What Dravi said though, Kirk will have a little better gas tank, not cutting that weight to get.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, it could go against you too. You're carrying that weight and you're not used to it too. So
that's what I like about Rebovix. I mean, he looks like he could be a 145er, so I don't think he cuts much weight. I think that's why he's able to keep his speed and stamina, because he's not like a giant cut up dude. He just looks like he's an in shape fighter. So.
MPTV says Rebovix ain't no Damon Jackson. Kirk by boring decision. I don't think it'll be a boring fight.
Oof.
Glenn Bot, what's up, Glenn Bot? Says, "Sup, gentlemen? Glenn? Thanks for coming out, Glenn.
What up?
Always appreciate you." Bunny Hunter said Esteban by KO is the play. Andy likes Rebovix by KO. Cade, what's up, Cade? He said, "Give me Kamala by flying triangle." Okay. Question to Dravi. I'll let you.
What I think about UFC Canada. There's not a lot of fighters actually on the UFC right now, but I like the fact that Marc-André Barriault and Charles Jourdain are like stepping up their game recently. So and Charles Jourdain will fight in September. I don't know who will be against yet, but my guess is Ricardo Ramos. I think it will
be a good fight.
Yeah,
it will be a very good fight. Kind of want to take goes to decision. It could potentially do that for sure.
Yeah.
Sicky's on the Kirk side at plus 150. Don't forget Loic took that fight on a week's notice versus Rebovix. Kirk, more ways to win.
I feel like Loic would throw a beating.
I think there's just one way to win, but
I feel like Loic would throw like a real beating on Kirk though, where like
was like Sicky's going ultra violent on his reads tonight. It's okay. It's okay. I like it.
Got to do
Dravi, Team Jawaian. There you go.
All right. Okay.
This fight will stay on the feet, in my opinion. Hope so. Counter hook, easy. Ruby by decisions, plus 450. Not bad. Ruby 4-3. Okay. One of the two.
Yeah.
Forever, what's up? When is the fight? I think it starts in about 2 hours. So whatever time zone you're in.
6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Loki's way more physical than Kirk. I agree with that.
Like, that's a fight I can see decision for both sides, but I can see finish for both sides as well. So I don't think the over-under is a move, because like if it goes to decision, I'm not surprised. But if Kirk stop him, I'm not very surprised. And if he get knocked out, I'm not super surprised as well. So
right.
Yeah.
That's my opinion though.
Kirk going into gas faster since moving up in weight. No, his gas isn't the best. I mean, that's true. It's a potential, but it just depends on the fighter. We just don't know. Some people gas quicker because they go up a weight, and then some people gas quicker because they go down a weight class. So you just don't know.
Some people
or they don't at all.
They start getting beat up and want to find a way out. So they
That's
just
true.
Slump down, give up.
Let's see. SD Crusader said Americani was robbed in that fight. Kirk lost to the third. There you go.
That was a terrible fight too.
Yeah. MPTV says Denise Gomes is to style today. Okay. Ice Viking, our guy, what's up? He said, look at this fire panel. We always appreciate you, Ice Viking, for coming out.
What up?
I'm kidding. I don't think I'll bet this fight since Rib is nice and Kirk is actually my boy. I live next to him. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Tell him I said hi.
Like the honesty. Like the honesty.
My parlay bets. What's up, man? So they're gonna hit fat tonight. There you go. I hope you do, man. Get that fat cheddar.
Yeah.
30.
Feel like people are massively overlooking Kirk on the feet. I don't think he's that good though. Not good on the feet. I don't think
not. He's like well rounded, but he's just not great anywhere. Where I see like
Rebovix is way better on the feet. I'm sorry, can't look at Kirk on the feet. He's a better grappler. I'll say that. We can agree to that.
Our over-unders props. Them are props. It's like
Technically.
It's like a money line to me.
Ribbo, easy win, finish, or decision. Kirk likes it clean from Damon fight, and Ribbo makes it nasty in case. Yep. All right, moving up to the next one here. I know there's going to be a lot of back and forth here, so we'll go up to the next one here. Shannon Ross versus Jesus Aguilar. Patrick, you can start this one off.
Yeah, I mean, these are two guys that are just not that trustworthy, in my opinion, at this point. But man, I'm going with the unpopular pick of the underdog in this one, just because out of this card, a lot of favorites coming through. I like Shannon Ross as one of these guys who's finally getting a stylistic matchup that won't directly, display his poor durability. You know what I mean? He's been facing strikers like Vinicius Salvador, Clayton Rodriguez is pretty good, blitzed him. Now he's fighting a guy who is more of like a wrestler and jiu-jitsu guy, pulling guard all the time, looking for the guillotine, which Jesus Aguilar is good at. And he could swing something big and get a club and sub here, but I got to go with Ross. I think he's the much better striker. But more than anything, I like the unders in this spot for sure, because Ross, I think, has a big striking advantage. Aguilar is going to, try to dangle out his left leg, get the left-sided guillotine, probably have a good chance of landing it. So I think this ends under 2.5 rounds, but I'll take Ross as a dog here.
There you go. Dravi, who do you like?
Yeah, I'm glad you agree, because I'm on Ross here, and a lot of people were blaming me because I bet him. Yeah. I bet him plus.
How dare you pick against them?
What's your problem, Dravi?
I got him plus 163 again. That line is just crazy to me, because I know he's chinny. Like he can take a good punch, but he's not fighting a striker. He's not fighting a power guy. Aguilar didn't have any knockout on his resume so far. Mm-hmm. He's a grappler. He got a good guillotine. All right, I get that. But if you watch the tapes on Russ, he's the better fighter. Like, he's the better striker. I think he has good cardio. His wrestling's all right. He has good takedown defense. So, and Aguilar, he makes some stupid mistakes when he wrestle. Like, he put people on top of him, and he jump guilty. He do some stupid stuff, and he will be way smaller in this fight as well. And I like Ross in this spot a lot, actually. I think he should be the favorite. Maybe it's a hard take, because he can take a big punch and just fall, but I think he's the way better fighter. I think he has more way to win. I think he can win by knockout. I think he can win by decision. And I think Aguilar is kind of sub or bust in this spot, to be honest. So I really do like Ross, and I got him plus 163 in this spot.
Yeah. Cody, what do you like?
Yeah, no bets on this, but I went with Aguilar just for the fact that I don't think his striking's is bad. Like, I don't think he's like grapple or bust. I watched a couple of, even with Chariz, like, he stood on the feet with Chariz for a little while. He ended up submitting him in like the 5th round, but he was able to take him down pretty easy. And I thought it's weird, like, when you watch Chariz against Carpenter, he showed like some pretty decent takedown, but then Aguilar was able to take him down kind of easier. But they still had a decent little stand-up fight. But I just think that the grappling upside is on Aguilar, but he might not be able to get it going, because like Shannon Ross, that's why I just stayed away from this fight. Even when I was taping it, Shannon Ross is a big underdog, but in most of his fights, you don't see Shannon Ross getting taken down. Like, he's wrestling the other dudes and got pretty good, decent grappling for, like the Australian regional scene. So for me, it's like hard to know anything too good about either one of these dudes. So I just stayed away, but I took Aguilera as the pick, but if you got Ross at a big underdog money, I can't blame that. That's a good play too. So tough fight, low level, in my opinion.
Yeah, low level is the key words for me. Like, I'm staying away from a betting perspective. I did go with Aguilar as well. I just like his grappling. I think he can get this fight to the mat, or whether he gets taken down or he gets the takedown. On the feet, I do favor Ross, but man, I don't know if I can trust that chin, because Aguilar does pack a punch. It's one of those like little overhand punches and I think it can land a couple times, and then Ross is wobbly, and we've seen it from there like the last 2 or 3 fights that he's been in. And Aguilar's very tough too, and he's been wobbled. He hasn't gone down, and this is just a weird fight. Like, I need to see more from both guys. Like, they're both really raw, and I don't have a good read on this fight. So I just went with Aguilar to win by submission because that's how I think he gets it done. Maybe like a club and sub. Maybe he just stuns him and he can get a guillotine and jump it. And he's really good at guillotine. So I'm staying away from this fight, though, for bets for sure. Let's see where we're at here. Let's see. Andy said, how can Yair by sub be 1,500 if Volk got in 2 bad spots against Ortega?
That's a good point.
That's a good question. I don't know. We shall see. Papa Hog said I have the under 2.5 here. I like that play. Volk will be on top, so I see a sub for Yair. Okay. Well, he did it to Ortega, basically, until he got hurt.
He's got to do it early.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Sicky,
his sub attempts slow down as the fight goes.
That's true. Sicky loves Patrick right now, and he's Shannon Rosser's in the chat.
Yeah, this guy.
There you go. Man, look at this. Sicky's on fire today. I took a lot of the over-under parlays, pretty much the big favorite losing. Okay, there you go. Aguilar submission, round 2 from Saba.
Okay, Saba. All right.
I
got to fill out my typology thing.
Do it right now. That's what you do every time. Our guy Nick's in the house. What's up, Nick? He said, happy fight day, everybody. Hope you all kick some bookies' ass today. Hope that's the goal each and every week. We always appreciate you coming out, man. Aguilar by sub. Almost had her cheeks out. I didn't see that either, but I don't know if I really want to go back and just watch it because of that. I'm 5'8". Of course, every flyweight would destroy me, but if I was forced to pick one, it'd be Jesus. There you go.
I'd fight Jesus.
oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, not Jesus.
Might be able to catch Ross with the lucky one.
SK, our guy. What's up, SK? Said Shannon Ross is a fraud, getting crushed way too easily. Okay.
All right.
Good take. Aguilar has 0 technique game. Love how every attack is looping hooks from the hips, but I think they can land. Shannon Ross has no striking defense. It's hilarious to watch prop. He's a funny guy. I bet Ross at plus 138. Shannon Ross plus 140. There you go. Follow Dravi on Twitter. There you go. We got one for you, Dravi. There you go. And why don't you guys give me your absolute favorite win tonight? We'll get there. We just started.
Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel.
Yeah. Bo Nickel all day, every day.
Yeah.
All right. Next one we got here is going to be Cameron Saman versus Terrence Mitchell. Dravi, you can start this one off here.
Yeah, I don't think it's a close fight. I think Simon would knock him out pretty easily. But the thing I'm going to say is that Simon is a slow starter. He's not finishing guys in the first round, more likely. And Mitchell's, I think he has some good wrestling, some good grappling. But he hasn't been in the second and third round for a long time. He's been crushing bums on the regional in the first round. And I think maybe he can get a takedown or two in the first round. And the first round can be somehow close. So I like Simon by knockout here. I bet it plus 110. I know the odds are not there anymore, but if you like Simon, I think the round 2 and the round 3 props is a good way to play him because that's how he finish fight more likely. He builds into fight, and Mitchell I think will slow down after the first round. So yeah, on the feet I don't think it's close. Mitchell striking defense not good at all. I don't think his chin's good. And I think Simon's he will be good in the UFC, I think. So I like his striking. He's still improving. So he has some power as well. But I got the knockout plus 110. And I also played the round 2 and round 3. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Patrick, do you like you?
Yeah, I like Cameron Simon. It's actually one of my favorites to come through on this card. And the money line reflects that. Obviously, it's like a -5 to 600 favorite, but I'm taking the under 1.5. I've got a little bit more faith that he can finish this quicker just because there's such a skill disparity.
Possible, yeah.
Terrence Mitchell has not been out of a first round since 2014. So, I mean, that's obviously variable, but I took just a 1-unit stab in the under 1.5 here. I think it covers both sides, too. If Simon slips on a banana peel and Mitchell's win condition is certainly early, but, man, I think Simon is going to find the perfect counter and put him out pretty early. Terrence Mitchell doesn't have much head movement, and he kind of made his name in Alaska FC early on as like a flashy knockout artist, like a really good kicker and puncher, but now he's been going for, like club and subs and more of a grappling game plan in his last few fights. So, but again, the competition is so low for this guy. Like he hasn't, He's actually outside of the exhibition with Kai Kara France. This guy has not lost since like 2010. So he's on quite a run,
man.
He's on quite a run, dude. This guy's got an amazing record as of late, but it's against nobody. So give me Cameron Saman to get the early finish.
There you go. Cody, who do you like?
Yeah, I like Cameron Saman a lot. Did you guys talk about the size thing at all?
No, not yet.
Yeah, because on Tapology it says that Terrence Mitchell's 5'10 and Cameron Simon's 5'8. So I was expecting Terrence Mitchell to be bigger than him, maybe have some advantages with like arm length and stuff. But when they faced off yesterday, it looked like Simon was like 2 inches taller than him. Like Mitchell looked really small. So Mitchell's only chance is to really, just to knock out Simon. And Simon's super tough. He's got excellent grappling defense. So I really don't see where Mitchell wins this fight at all. I think Simon styles on this kid. Mitchell goes out and he'll start throwing crazy punches right off the bat, but he has no defense and he'll get hit. But he's getting hit by like low level guys. So give me Simon. I really like the under 1.5. My casino wouldn't drop that line for nothing, so I didn't get no chance at it. But I like Simon. I like him under 1.5. I think it was like minus 160 or 50, something like that. That's a pretty good bet. Yeah. Or just Simon inside the distance. I don't think that Mitchell has anything for him, to be honest.
True. Yeah, I'm on the Saman side as well. I think he does get the knockout. If I had to choose sometime, I would say second round or so. I just think he's the way better striker. The grappling, it might be a little bit closer but I mean, like Patrick said, like this guy, Terrence Mitchell, he's fighting in the Alaskan scene and there's just literally nobody there. Like he's fighting 1-4 guys, 4-2, 3-3, 1-2. Like these guys are just there to potentially maybe to find out if they want to fight, like one of those things. Like, but so I mean, Saman, he's still young. He can make mistakes, and we've seen mistakes in his fights. He's gotten point deductions in a couple of his fights too. That's something to think about too, which is why I kind of shied away from this fight because I want to see if he like doesn't get a point deduction in this fight because I don't see it going to decision, but what if it does? And that's what makes him lose. And that's a minus 600 favorite again that you lost if you parlayed him because of a point deduction.
Lost a point in 2 fights in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He legally need a downed opponent, Stephen Kozlow.
And then he
nut kick yam bag the shit out of Mono Martinez.
Speaking of Kozlow, I was doing tape study for Simone and Kozlow, and that dude has a swastika on his foot.
Nice.
Oh,
swastika tattooed right on his foot. Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
That's edgy. That's edgy to say the least.
Progressive, I guess.
Especially in this day and time. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah,
it's making a comeback.
It's hot right now. So hot.
But I like Saman here to get it done within, I would say in the second round sometime by knockout. But I just stayed away. I like inside the distance or knockout, but I think he does get it done. If he goes to decision, though, like I said, might be a little dicey, but we'll see. Here we are. Kedlin said Saman by first round knockout. There you go. You can't say Bo Nickel. Hatsura Tyra. How about that? Boom. There it is. Next. Saman second round knockout. There we go. Mitchell's competition he fought is awful. Yes, it is. Non-addictive. What's up, Manny? With a little spider thing. There you go. Like that. Appreciate Turner. There you go. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, the tarantula. There you go.
Let's go. I like the
prop likes the under 2.5 at minus 155. There you go. I like that too. I'm liking the draw here. Saman will get 1 eye poke into the nut. Yeah, he might get 2 point deductions.
I'd tail Lou bet you on the yam bags for this one.
I think it's a solid play. I mean, my plus 2,000, and he's done it twice in a row, and he's super young.
He can't stop.
He's 22 years old. You never know. Saman will channel his inner Jones and do some poking. There you go. Never been to a third round, which is crazy for a 125er. Yep. Dog or pass. Saman's liability. Okay. Saman wins rounds 1 and 2 or 2 is minus 200. That's not a bad play. Sicky and the bookies gave minus 155 on the under. Zach, our guy Zach's in the house. What's up? Is it agreed to Bunny Hunter there? Zach. Saman looked bigger than Mitchell for sure in the weight at the face-offs. Cameron has reach and height ridiculous over him. Good luck to everybody. No men's strength at 22. It's true. Damon by KO, but he pull a sub maybe. There's a possibility. Maybe like a club and sub or something. So inside the distance, I think is super safe. Really like that Saman over 1.5. He's a bit of a slow starter. Okay. Round 2-3 KO. Timmy, what's up, Timmy? Said I might be seeing things, but I didn't like Mitchell walk during the ceremonial weigh-ins. Might have an injury. Okay. I didn't watch it,
that's
so I
his
didn't.
Pimp walk. That's the Alaskan pimp walk.
Johnny, I'm gonna have to take a call. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. You can't.
Okay, no problem.
You're good.
No problem, man. Limbot said, "What if Carmen gets DQ'd or Saman Cameron?" It's a possibility because he's shown that he could do it. Tyra will get slept. Oh my God, Sam. Okay, that's a hot take. Exactly what I meant. There you go. Yeah, you know. Scared of a Mitchell's son? Okay. Sometimes even the most beautiful woman farts and poops. Word from the wise.
That's
Rambo.
They don't
10.
do that.
It's debatable.
Rambo 10.
It's debatable.
I don't think. I've
That's
yet
if you
to
wanna...
see and or hear. So
I don't think they do.
And I am 38 years old.
Mine doesn't.
Our guy Vegas, Mikey, what's up, man? It's an eye poke nut shot for the W. There you go. Can everyone say their length and girth measurements? You're gonna have to pay for that, buddy.
It's the same number. They're the same number.
Go ahead and throw some money in that chat. Maybe I'll give you some info there.
I hit my OnlyFans for that.
That's how I roll here.
Oh my God.
I know you're new to the channel, but you don't get that for free.
It's the same. It's the same reach as Jesus Aguilar's.
And height.
All right, next one we got is going to be Vitor Petrino versus Marcin Prachnio. I will start this one off. I think it's my turn. I'm going to go with Petrino here, but I'm not like super confident. Maybe in a lot of people, I think he's going to be better early on. But if this fight gets out of the first round, I think it can go either way because we've seen Petrino kind of slow down. And we also seen Prachnio slow down, and it's just going to be like a sloppy fight. They're both sloppy fighters after the first round, which it can go to decision. But the first round though, I'm going to say Petrino wins that one. He's going to land the better shots. He's a stronger guy. I think he's the better striker, and I think he's more durable too. Marcin's chin is a little questionable, but I think Victor needs to get it out or get that knockout in the first round, or I think it's going to be a little crazy. So. Give me Petrino. I'll say knockout in the first round, but if it gets past that first round, though, it's going to be like a sloppy fight. I'm telling you. So, Cody, who do you like? You're on mute.
This one was a lot tougher for me than I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
Like Petrino's good. He's got good striking, but it's not like he's like a super crazy technical striker that just like Jack Della, who's just putting paws on you so much and just hitting you from every angle. He's more just throwing like big ass shots with both hands. You know, he's good in the clinch. He's good in close. He's got really good ground and pound, but it seems like he likes to wrestle. Like it seems like he might be more of a grappler even than a striker because he grappled with the dude on the Contender Series, and that dude had real good grappling because he has good grappling. He has good striking too. But I don't think Prachnio is as chinny like as people think. Like I think that he got them 3 knockouts in a row when he came to the UFC. He fought a way different style. Like he really legitimately just would come forward and try to knock you out because that's what he was doing to people on the regional scene. And then like that didn't help him against Sam Elvey. Gets dropped, gets back up, keeps his hands down, and literally walked right into another punch. Like hit me. He doesn't do. I mean, Ankalaev, you can forgive that. Mike Rodriguez, his only way to beat people was knockout. But like since then, Prachnio, you can see that he's tightened up his defense. You know, he stays more at kicking range. He keeps a higher guard like he did against Khalil Roundtree. A nice kicking game, leg kicks you've seen against William Knight. And then he had a really good fight with Felipe Lenz. And I'm actually pretty high on Felipe Lenz at 205. Not like he's going to be a champion, but the dude's big and he's good. So I think here, I think Prachnio will land the bigger shots. I think he'll land some wrestling, you know, but I think this fight could go to decision. I bet the over 1.5 because I think that if Petrino doesn't get him out of there in that first round, it could get real. This fight could get real tough, man, back and forth because both of them slow down a little bit. And Prachnio ain't really a finisher himself. I think his last 3 fights have gone to decision. 6 of these guys' last 7 fights have gone over 1.5 rounds, and they weren't even fighting dudes as durable as both these. I'm not saying Prachnio's like durable, but he's not. I don't think he's the first round get knocked out guy that we've seen. Like you've seen him against Roundtree, you've seen him take big shots against Lins.
It's been a while too since he's been knocked out.
Like I said, his whole fighting style is different. Like he used to just come forward trying to finish guys, and now he's more of like hang back, win a point karate decision type thing. So I just think he can avoid them big shots in the first round, and then as it slows down in the second, this fight to go over 1.5. So I don't really care who wins or how, but I just know I think it's going to go over 1.5 rounds.
Okay. You say Petrino wins?
Yeah, I picked Petrino to win, but I'm not like as confident as some people that think he's just going to come out and knock him out with the first shot he lands and do a walk off, dance a little bit, and go home. I think it's going to be a little tougher than that. I think Prachnio is a pretty experienced vet. You know what I mean? He's got damn near as many fights in the UFC as dude has fights total. So I think he can use some veteran moves, and especially like you seen in Petrino versus the other dude he fought last time, the Pleasure Man or whatever. Like that dude's really inexperienced too, and them dudes had a pretty inexperienced back and forth grappling match where Petrino took him down like 7 times and the Pleasure Man took him down 5 times. But I think that Prachnio is a little more experienced than that. I think he can keep the fight on standing and for a little bit more. He like against Felipe Lenz, he showed a pretty decent takedown game and get up game when he was taken down. Felipe Lenz is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he wasn't really able to do much to him. So I just like the over 1.5. I don't really know how the fight will play out because it's going to be a weird one.
Well, I will say if it gets to the second round, I think your bet's going to hit for sure. Because I don't see it finishing in 2.5 minutes after that.
That makes sense.
What I mean? So it's not a bad bet at all. I'm just saying, like, if it gets out of the first round, golden. Patrick, who do you like?
Yeah, I mean, I think Marcin Prachnio is a bum. I really do think I think he's chinny. But I think Cody's doing a very good job of framing this in terms of how to bet it. Like to bet it and to get that kind of plus money going over 1.5. Like that's one of the plays I think you have to take if you're trying to bet this fight. Because if you take the most likely path, Petrino, power puncher, Marcin Prachnio, I think he's got no durability. Like that's the path. But he's a minus 175 by knockout, which is way too much. His money line is hardly playable for like a guy who's still pretty green. But I did like in Petrino's last fight against Anton Turkley, like that Turkley's chin is like made out of something different, dude. It's made out of like titanium. He did not get knocked out.
It's made out of pleasure. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's insane. His testosterone and just sexuality just like saved him from getting knocked out.
So they used to call him Pleasure Boy, dude.
All pleasure. Call him the pleasure chin. The pleasure chin.
The pleasure chin. But like things went really badly for Petrino when that didn't like go his way, but he still managed to win the fight. So I like that aspect. His cardio didn't look too horrible. He can do a little bit of grappling. He can do a little bit of striking. Prachnio's not going to challenge any takedowns, so he's safe there. So I think it's a clear win for Petrino. It's just like, how do you bet this? And I think Cody's got the right idea with trying to drag this out because Prachnio is a good mover, and he's frozen up a couple of guys like William Knight, obviously, he froze up. Khalil Roundtree, he froze up. So there's something to Marcin Prachnio's like leg kicking game that is making these guys tentative to close the distance. So that could happen again. We could drag this over 7.5, but I think Petrino wins.
Okay. Robbie, who do you like here?
Yeah, I like Petrino as well, and I like him quite a lot actually because like he's a power puncher. He has a big power, and like you guys mentioned, the Pleasure Man just has a iron chin. We just found out if Prachnio take the same shot, he will die, I think. So I like Petrino to win because I think he has wrestling upside if he wants, and Prachnio, like, he's not a wrestler, he's not a grappler, he's a kicker at range. That's what he does, and he has been able to stay safe in fights recently. I agree with that, but I think Petrino's style, he can put himself in danger. He don't really care, so he will go for the kill, and I think he will knock him out because like Prachnio shouldn't, like, is not good. And also maybe to note, he kind of gassed in the Lins fight when he tried to defend takedown. So let's say Petrino just go out there and try to wrestle in the first round, and Prachnio gas out in the second and third round. I think Petrino still can get the knockout after that. So Cody said he's on the over 1.5. I wouldn't be surprised if Prachnio's gas out in the third round and Petrino's still here and he has power late in fights. He has showed that already. So I think he will be live for knockout in every round of this fight. So I bet his knockout prop, and I got a good number. I got minus 135. I like that quite a lot, to be honest, because I don't like his durability, and he's just trying to stay safe at range. But Petrino, he will go for it. He will go for the kill, and I think at some point he will touch the chin clean, and that's not going to be good.
All right, so that's 2 fights that we're all on the same page with Saman and Petrino there. Whether confident or not, we're all on the same page.
Yep.
Let's see what the chat says here. Let's see. Petrino via whatever he wants. Let's okay. Vitor mauls him. Won't be shocked if he won a decision. I wouldn't be too shocked either. Because we saw it. We literally just saw it. Talking about paying. Where is only hands content, Johnny K? Are you paying? Whoops. I've been on a short been on leave there. We get a double KO tonight, like the Trezano Choi fight. That'd be crazy. That was hilarious, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That was so fantastic. They both fell on their ass.
Then Trezano gets cut after that win.
Yeah. Did he win?
Yeah.
Or Choi won? Can't remember who won that fight.
He finished.
Oh,
him.
yeah. You're right. He did. And then he got cut right after that, huh?
I heard it had something to do with all the betting stuff.
Wait, I think that's why they cut him, but that's still crazy. Yeah, you win by first round knockout.
Second, wasn't it second?
It was either late first or like second round for sure. Yeah,
in my end, that fight went to the second round, but on the apology, it said at the end of the first round. All right.
Oh, okay.
Banger for the time it lasts. Let me say that.
It was hilarious. Saba likes Petrino first round knockout. Our guy Turpa, what's up, Turpa? He said, Turpa? Had to do another parlay replacing Petrino money line with the over 1.5. There you go.
Find that value. Let's get that plus money on that.
Parlay bets has the overs also. Don't forget, it's a bigger cage. I think Prachnio. There you go.
I added it. Yeah.
Forgot about that. I think Prachnio will utilize his footwork, but it's too low level light heavyweights. Yeah.
When I'm picking unders, man, I need both of them to be finishers. I need both of them, just in case the one dude that comes out, he's going to murder him in the first round, and then all of a sudden he didn't murder him in the first round.
Or one guy is just a bum, or one guy's a bum and no durability, and the guy is just a killer.
Right. Yeah, like you get Jimmy Flick versus Costa. But like, I feel like
there we go.
Yeah.
Funk Master said the Brazilian will lose. This is random, but does the winner of Jones versus Miocic get custody of Daniel?
Yeah, especially Jones. I like that deal.
Deal. I don't even care. Don't even care who wins then. I really don't. Jenna Marie, what's up, Jenna?
What up,
hello,
Jenna?
my guys. Always appreciate you coming out, Jenna. Definitely check out Jenna on Twitter and follow her. She does great stuff too there. All right, next one. We'll move on up to a very probably controversial one here. Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menifield. Cody, start it off.
Yeah, man. I mean, I picked Jimmy Crute last time. I didn't bet him or nothing. I had a shoey bet, but I picked Jimmy Crute last time, and he just came out. I thought, he was a bigger dude. He was going to be able to land the takedowns, hold Menifield down, gas him out, and then finish him off. But like, he wasn't able to do that. Menifield's got pretty good takedown defense. He's always had pretty decent offensive wrestling, and he's always had excellent defensive wrestling. So Jimmy Crute came out, shot his 5 takedowns, took him down. Menifield kept getting up, and then Crute was like pretty much gassed out from there. And he was so close to getting finished in the first and the second a couple times. It's like other refs, if he had heard Dean, he would have been in there calling it off. So like, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's going to go the same way. I feel like what Menifield had to do was work on his wrestling for this whole camp, come out, stop a couple takedowns in the first round and get up quick. And then I think that he can finish Crute again. Crute was just super slow, man. Until Menifield slowed down, like Menifield's striking was just so much faster and crisper. He's got so much more power. So stayed away from this fight altogether, but give me Menifield by first or second round KO.
All right. Drabi, who do you like?
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side here. I was on Crute last time, and I promised myself I would never bet him again, but they gave me plus 100. Like, I got plus 100 on Crute.
Nice.
And I think he has more ways to win. Like, if we just, I know Menifield, like, his takedown defense is all right in general, but I thought that Crute, it was easy for him to take him down at first. Like, he was dominating the first round. And he kind of jumped on a ghillie in the first round, and that cost him the position. And after that, he got hurt, almost finished. But if he didn't jump the ghillie and stay safe on top, after that, what happened? He's not rock. He's not almost finished. He's winning the first round, And in the second round, he was still flash, he was still hurt because of the first round, because he jumped the ghillie. So I think in this fight, I think he can get takedowns again. I don't think Menifield will improve in 3-4 months at 35 years old. Personally, I think we have seen like his final product already. I don't accept Crute to have good head movement now. I know his striking defense is ass, like we all know that. But I just like the guy that can decide where the fight take place. And in this case, it's Crute. I think he's the way better grappler. I'm actually really high on his BJJ for the division. I think if he stay patient, like he did in the Paul Craig fight, I think he can get a sub. But I think in this fight, if he get a takedown, I think he will stay safe and not really rush a sub to just secure and win minutes. With that being said, I bet the decision prop at plus 600 as well for Crute. So like I know like someone can die and he can just get hurt and finish in the first round, but I just like the value a ton here. I know the money line is like minus 150 right now, which I agree with it. So I bet Crute plus 100, and I bet his decision prop plus 600.
Well, it happened last time.
So yeah, here it is. Crute by decision, but a sub wouldn't surprise me either.
There you go. Patrick, who do you like here? Who did you pick first, Patrick? And then who do you like now?
Man, I was just as shifty about this fight last time as I am now. I think I was on Crute last time, and I think I'm going to stick on Crute this time. And it really comes down to, I mean, this is a super low confidence pick. I like the violent spots here more than anything else, because I think Alonso could certainly dust him in round one. We saw Crute do exactly what he had to do last time. He went and got the takedowns, threatened submissions, but after like 3 minutes of that, he kind of like gassed himself out, stood up, and just decided to have like a striking match with him, So that didn't go too well for him. It probably won't go too well for him this time either. But like Dravi said, like he's 27 years old. He's got the easier fixes to make, just deciding to stick with the wrestling, shore up the cardio a bit, shore up the striking defense and decision-making a bit. Whereas Menifield is at 35. Is he going to shore up the holes in his defensive grappling and submission defense? I don't think so, but man, it's such a sketchy fight. I think the money line is right about where it should be, around 50-50. And I would rather take the unders in this one. So like the under 2.5, I think is a solid parlay piece. If you want to throw the long shot odds on, one of these guys winning by decision, because Menifield would have won the decision plus 600 last time if it wasn't for the fence grab. So it's such a sketchy fight. I'm leaning the slightest bit Jimmy Crute here, just the younger man with more potential, but dude, I would never trust this guy.
That's fair. That's fair, bro. That's really fair.
So last time for me, I was on the Menifield side. I was actually pretty confident he was going to win because I just don't like Jimmy Crute's head movement and striking defense. Like he just literally he has like huge head and it doesn't move. And Alonso is so fucking powerful. And we saw it. He got dropped twice. And I don't like Jimmy Crute's fight IQ. Like, but other than that, like, yeah, it's gonna have the better wrestling and better grappling, but it is such a weird fight. Again, I'm sticking with Menifield again. No bets. I did bet last time, got my money back. So I feel like that's a win right there. So I think Menifield will get the knockout here, though. I think he can shore up the takedown defense, which is what he needs to work on. That's the only thing he needs to work on. Crute, on the other hand, needs to work on his fight IQ, and he needs to work on his head movement. Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen. And if he wasn't for that fence grab, we did see, and that was it wasn't even a super bad fence grab. It was a very quick 1-point deduction. I was like, okay, we've seen worse, but it was a fence grab. So we did see Menifield basically win that fight, even though it was sloppy towards the end. So I think it's going to play out basically the same. It's going to be Menifield early, probably Crute late if Menifield doesn't get a knockout, and it's going to be a super close decision, which I can see anything happening in this fight. So no bets from me. I got lucky the first time. I'm not going to push it this time. So give me Menifield. I'll say by first round knockout. Why not? Let's see what we got here. Come on. There we go. Saba says Menifield second round knockout. There we go. Catalin said Jones in under 2.5 ground and pound. Okay. Have the under here at minus 190 for 2.5 units going back in it. Okay. Good luck, man. We got our guy, UFC gambling addicts, Lay in the house. What's up, Lay? Say, what's up, Johnny, Cody, Patty, and Dravi in the chat. Let's go. Hamzat, smash that like button. We are cashing. Yes, sir. And if you don't know who UFC gambling addicts is, definitely check him out on Instagram, Twitter, and the YouTubes. He does great stuff each and every week. He's one of the best in the business for sure. We are, and I know me and Cody always say this. We're gonna get him on one of our shows, so we are
He's
totally gonna do this.
Sweeps, man. He went, I believe 5-0 and 3-0 in the last 2 weeks. So everybody go check out his videos if you haven't. He's the OG of the game and definitely knows his stuff. And we're gonna get him on the show.
We're gonna get him.
We're gonna get that guy in his DMs, dude, until he comes on the show, man.
AJ said need that under 2.5. Brendan, what's up, Brendan? So literally with everything Dravi said, there you go. So he agrees with Dravi there. Menifield was landing so often, just need to keep it back off the cage. Yep, that's all I need to do, and he wins this fight. But we'll see if he can do it. That's the thing. Dravi, there we go. There we go. What's up? Pink said, crew can survive those power, no layoff this time. Subs were close and had I mean, everybody was both guys were close to finishing the fight. It just didn't happen. It was just one of those weird fights where I feel like it's just maybe stay away.
Yeah, they're both tough dudes, dude. I could see it going to decision again on just another sloppy fight because they're both tough. Neither dude will give up. You know what I mean? So it's a
let's hope Crew win plus 600.
Yeah.
Or my pick
looking nice.
And my first bet that I could have won. I hope Menifield wins.
But hey, guys, do you remember that Crew? Like he kind of dominated the third round as well. After
he did.
He almost died 2 times, and he still dominated the third round. And Menifield was so gassed, man.
He survived. You gotta give him the will, the determination.
We wouldn't have got that point taken. We wouldn't even be having this fight, though.
Exactly.
That's true. Root would have that loss. That's why I kind of didn't get the Crew love because like last time I thought the same thing. I'm like, he's bigger, he's gonna take him down and wrestle him, but then like I just realized that like his BJJ ain't gonna work on Menifield. Like he just gets up and powers through stuff. Because I'm with you, Dravi. I used to be so high on Crew. Like I thought he was gonna be a top 5 guy, and like until he got beat by Jamal Hill and just like a couple bad fight IQ things. And then like Johnny said, the dude does not move his head.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't. He's so hittable.
Like at all.
I can't.
Alonzo Menifield is one of the slowest power punchers, and he's gonna get rocked at least a couple times. So I don't know.
Yeah, once he gets tired, bro, he's so sloppy too. When Crew gets tired,
but they both are. They both.
Then he gets his second win. That's why it's hard to pick the under because both these dudes kind of get little weird second wins and shit.
Yeah,
like you're like that dude's,
bro. Exactly.
You're like that dude's done because like at the end of the second, it looked like Menifield was kind of done. You know, he threw another beating on Crew, and then Crew started taking over at the end of the second. And you're like, shit, he's almost done here. And then he recovers in the third. That's why I mean that what is it like plus 250 or something for the over 2.5? That's crazy.
That is crazy. John Newquist, what's up, John? Thanks for the dono. As always, I appreciate it. My guy, he said, let's make some money today. If you don't know who John Newquist is, check him out on Twitter. He does awesome breakdowns, and he does his picks. He does for MLB, NBA, anything you want. Definitely check him out. Follow him on there. He does awesome stuff. We always appreciate it, John.
Sweet ass Mark Coleman card, too, last week.
Yes, he did.
My boy, Mark Coleman. That's my boy.
Let's see. The better. What's up, Zai? He said, my boy Dravi. There you go. Dravi love in here. Of course. What up, Lay? We always appreciate Lay coming out. Crute said he will be a different Crute this time.
Yeah, it's always hard to believe. Like, but at the same time,
different. Everyone's a different somebody and everything.
Sure, you can't be like, I'm coming in the same and I'm going to do the same thing.
But bro, there's the thing I don't understand. You're training with Robert Whittaker, who is like, he's like one of the best defensive striker in the division. He's trained with him on a daily. How can he improve his striking?
Maybe that's why, because Robert Whittaker is so freaking good, he can't move his head.
I think he's just the brute, dude. I think he's just the brute. He's never going to be a technical dude. He's just going to be like strong.
After he took so much damage, like if he
takes a lot of damage in every one of his fights against strikers.
Get knocked out, man. I will be pissed, but I know what I'm getting into. I just needed plus money and I got it, so I'm happy with it.
There you go.
And he had a good
I don't blame you.
Beat the line movement like a mofo. That's for sure.
Alex E, what's up, Alex? Crew got his neck against the wall. He needs it more. Okay. I think Menifield might, but
I think it's back. But yeah.
Tyler from 138 MMA. What's up, Tyler? Definitely check out 138 MMA on Twitter, on YouTube. Amazing stuff each and every week. Shoot, I didn't know this was going on. What the hell? Don't check him out. I lied. I'm back from my
he's got all right picks. I didn't see that last
time. All right.
Good stuff, man.
I appreciate you coming out, Tyler. As always, my guy.
Got 1,000 views. I got to watch all them damn ads, but I'll do it.
John asked if I had any luck with the white prisms. I got a couple good ones. I got Jack Della.
Yeah, Jack Della.
Rookie card.
Nice.
I got Macy Barber card.
I feel like that Jack Della pays for all 3 packs, don't it?
I pretty much, I think, or close to it.
I'm
gonna try to get that one graded.
Yeah.
I think it is. I don't think it's off. Like it's perfectly centered, I think, but that's only to the naked eye, so I'm gonna do it. But I got Holloway, Max Holloway. I'm trying to think I got a couple other ones I can't remember, but most of them were duds, I'll admit. But it is what it is. Jack Della, I think it pays for all of them or close to it.
That's a good pull.
Let's see, quitting drinking for this game. Okay.
Like it.
Well, maybe he can move his head a little bit more.
I think he did for the last camp as well. I'm pretty sure he did.
That's what they're saying in the commentary.
He was in such better shape the last time.
That's a mark against him in my book.
Quit drinking.
True.
Yeah, I think he should be drinking.
Makes you a quitter.
Johnny knows he needs his liquid courage.
Especially in Australia, I believe.
Helps with his striking defense.
It does, right?
Absorbing the punches. It helps him absorb the punches.
Yep. All right. We got about 60 people in the chat. Please hit that like button if you haven't. Definitely check out both Patrick and Dravi and, of course, Blood Money. Links are below. Check them out. Subscribe. Come back to here real quick, and we will still be here talking fights. All right. Next one's going to be a fun one. Yasmin Howergi versus Denise Gomes. I will have Dravi start this one off. I forgot where I'm at.
It's all good. I think that's going to be a banger, man. I like the under 2.5 for this fight at plus 130. I think either girl will be live for knockout. Of course, I'm high on Yasmin, like everybody is. I think she's very good. She's young. She will be improving from fight to fight. I kind of took a shot on Gomez at plus 350. I just the problem with Yasmin, I think, is that her striking defense not the best, and she put herself in a firefight, and she got caught last time out. And what we know about Gomez is that she will fight for your money. She will put herself in a firefight, and she has power. So I think that's going to be a car crash, this fight, and I think either girl can win by knockout. So what I did is that I put 1 unit on the plus 350 for Gomez, and I also played under 2.5. So let's say if Yasmin get a knockout, I'm still going to profit. And if Gomez win by knockout, I'm going to profit a big amount. But my prediction will be Yasmin to win the fight. I think she win by like second and third round knockout because she's the better fighter in general. She's way more technical than Gomez for sure, and I think she has the higher upside. So, but I just had to take the plus 350 on a girl like Gomez that she will put herself in the fire, and that's gonna be a firefight. So in a firefight like that, and we just seen with the Yasmin in the last fight when she got caught by Nunes. And I don't want to take the minus 400 when that can happen, So that's a firefight. So I rather add a big plus money to get.
Yeah, I like that. Cody, who you like?
I like what Dravi said. I mean, if you get Gomez at plus 360, plus 350, it's not a bad play because she's a dog. She's going to fight for your money. And this is going to be a dog fight. This is going to be both of these girls go for it from the opening second. And like, if you hit them, they want to hit you back twice as hard kind of stuff. I like Howergi to get the finish in this fight. After watching a bunch of tapes, she's faster and she hits harder. And, but both these girls like to go forward. So I'm curious to see which one's actually going to be leading the dance. Like if Howergi is going to be going back to counter Gomez, which she can do because Gomez, man, she's a pit bull, but she's sloppy in her technique and stuff. Like on the Contender Series, she threw like 33 spinning wheel kicks in a row in the first round and wasn't close to landing any of them. Mm-hmm. But she is a dog. She's going to fight for your money. I was thinking she'd have some grappling upside, doing more tape study. I don't think she's going to be able to take Howergi down. I think these girls are going to stand up and just throw bombs. And I think they're both going to land. They're both going to hit because Howergi was standing in the pocket to throw 4 or 5 punches to take one of yours to land 2 or 3 on you. And dude, her left hook is money to the chin. I took the fight doesn't go to decision. I had the fight over 2.5 rounds. That was one I was looking at all week, or under 2.5. I mean, at plus 125. But with the girls, I just decided because I don't know if it's going to be Howergi like knocking her out in the first round, just catching her with a big ass shot, or early in the second, like she did with Nunes, hit her with a big shot, and she goes for the kill, dude. When she's got a girl hurt, she goes for the kill. Or I'm kind of more thinking it's going to be like a damage thing built up. She beat the shit out of her first round, second round. Now in the third round, she's just, getting beat up. Maybe Howergi lands on top and finishes her with ground and pound like she did to Estela Nunes. So I took the fight doesn't go to decision. It wasn't that big of a difference. I still got plus 105 instead of plus 125, and I feel a little safer with that. But I don't think it goes to 2.5 rounds either. So I like Dravi's bet too. But I see violence in this fight for girls, and I usually don't call that, but these girls go at it. You know what I mean? From the opening bell. So I think it's going to be a crazy good fight for however long it lasts.
Wow, Patrick.
I'm picking the dog here, just mainly for the sake of a mispriced money line, in my opinion. I got plus 310 for a half of a unit on Gomez. I mean, it's a women's strawweight fight. If these guys' violence bets somehow just like slip through their fingers and it goes to the scorecards, I mean, you just know how wacky these decisions can be with these women's fights, and so far these underdogs are paying off. So I like the and it's not like the underdog here doesn't have a shot. You know, it's not like a shot in the dark. She's been through some adversity before. She had a couple of really good bouts. The Contender Series, a nice 3-round pace that she had to kind of work her way back into the fight to solidify it. Her short notice bout with Loma Lukbunmi, she didn't give up on herself, showed some proficiency in the grappling. So I think their styles are close enough where both like to, stand in the pocket and kind of stand and bang, I mean, I do think that Howergi's the better fighter, but I would line her like minus 190 or so, not minus 410. So just give me a half unit shot on the dog here.
Yeah, I agree with everything everybody said here. Howergi is going to be the better fighter, better striker, more technical, but Gomes is the dog. She's durable, and she can land a shot on Yasmin or maybe put her down. So I don't like the line, so I stayed away from this fight, but I do think Yasmin wins this one. Do I think it's going to be a knockout? Potentially, but both these girls are very tough. We've seen, Gomes is as tough as they come. Yasmin can get rocked, but she gets back up, and she's good to go after a little bit. So we've seen that happen too, which is always good to see. But the better fighter here is Yasmin in my eyes. So the pick is Yasmin. I have no bets on this fight whatsoever because I don't agree with the line. I think, like Patrick said, if it was like minus 200 Yasmin, I would probably put her in a parlay. But I feel like that's the reasonable price here because Gomes has a shot to win this fight. Like she can maybe get some takedowns, go from some grappling. She can land some good shots. But just Yasmin's just, I think, the better technical striker. And it's probably going to outstrike Denise unless Denise mixes it up here and there. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for her. So I'll say Yasmin. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a finish or a decision because I can see a decision because both girls are tough.
Yep.
It's so weird to me. That's why I'm staying away from this fight all together. But Yasmin is my pick. I'll say by decision. Fuck it.
I was leaning Gomez. I wanted Gomez plus 360. It was a nice line.
If you're looking at the line, yes, I would be on the Gomez side, but
I'm like, that's way off. And then I watched tape.
It is way off. It is.
But then I watched tape and I'm like, dude,
I know.
The striking difference.
It's night and day.
Is going to be just like the speed, technique, and power is going to be a lot. And Gomez is slow, man. She's kind of slow in their striking. And Howergi is so fast. So. And she hits, dude. She's so accurate. What I was saying, why I don't like the fight go to decision. I think the stuff, because if you watch Gomez fight, she gets hurt, dude. She's been dropped a bunch. She's been TKO'd one time. But the stuff that Howergi hit Lucindo with, I feel like it's gonna put Gomez out, dude. She would do that. Lucindo girl was taking the most flush hooks right on the chin, dude. And I'm like, damn, that girl's tough.
Yeah, man. She's a beast too.
That'd be a good fight too. If like say Howergi wins this one, get Gomez and Lucindo to fight.
Yeah,
it'd be a war.
Let's see. Pick'em MMA said Yasmin by TKO. Definitely check out Pick'em MMA on YouTube. There you go. Lay says Gomes TKO is plus 425. Juicy if you like the dog. Yasmin is plus 200 for knockout. Pretty live as well. I agree.
Both separate on that. Gomez by sub is plus 2200 on Bovada.
Okay, that's a big number. I thought he was in Colorado
with Pat Berry.
Yeah,
the gym. Yeah, that I don't think it's true.
Training in the woods.
Gomes' movement has been improving fight over fight, and her dimensions make her strong in the grapple. Yep, if she can get it to the ground, because Yasmin has a good takedown defense. So
is that ATW, American Top Woods?
Y'all faded Gomes when she fought Brazil?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I
did.
did.
I cashed on her as a dog, and I'm
I
coming
remember
back for some
When are you
more
gonna
dog
learn?
money.
Denise has a
Patty.
great technique. I don't know. Yasmin's better than Brazil,
Dude,
though.
I'll put it this way, dude. Yasmin is going to be a champion, like in fighting for the title. And she's that girl that's going to be running that division for a long time. Like she's so tough and so technical and so good and hits so hard. And she's like, what, 24? Like, and she's got good grappling too. Her jiu-jitsu is not even bad. So I think that girl's like, she's going to be a champion by the time she's 30.
Yeah. Maybe.
Or early.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yasmin by decision, Bunny says. Man dance. Good luck.
Hey, what up, Mikey?
What up, Mike? Yasmin's actually good for a woman, but she will exit the pocket badly or stay in there too long for like the Lucindo fight. Yeah, I mean, she's been rocked in the Nunes fight, and Nunes is nowhere near Lucindo. Nowhere near.
I just watched tape on that freaking Nunes versus Dudakova.
I just did it too.
Talking about being like, before you go in, like, dude, the person's going to murder this person. Then you watch it and you're like, wait a minute. We got another slight looking like a Petrovic girl.
I like that, Cody. Book it if she wins too. There we go. All right. Next one here. Edgar, I'm going to say Chariz versus Tetsuro Tyra. Patrick, start this one off.
Yeah, I mean, just another massive money line that you can actually chop down, especially using the DraftKings same game parlay. Even just taking Tetsuro Tyra like over half of a round, you can get, I think, as low as like minus 250 on Tetsuro Tyra. Taking Tetsuro Tyra and the over 1.5, which I like, is at plus 170 on DraftKings. I like Tyra to win, but he's a very patient grappler, not making many mistakes, waiting for his entry. And I think Edgar's, of course, best round is going to be his first round. He's a good fast starter. And then he fades, and he doesn't have that same pop on his strikes in rounds 2 and 3. So he's going to be nervous to get taken down, obviously, as well. And Tetsuro Tyra is going to be patient and not wanting to blow it as a huge favorite. So I like this fight to go at least into probably round 2. But I do like Tyra to win by submission when it gets to those rounds. So any way that you can chop down that giant money line of Tyra by adding some time onto it, I like those plays for this one. But I didn't get to any bets on this fight myself, but those are the angles I like.
I like it. Dravi.
Yeah, I kind of agree with it because, but I just think the difference in grappling is very high. I don't think Chariz takedown defense is very good, and I don't think he's on Tyra level on the mat. With that being said, I'm not so sure about which round he will finish him, because I think he will finish him. I think it will be by sub. So what I did is that I do this often with the big favorite like that. I like to bet the under 1.5 because when someone is like minus 1,000, you get the under 1.5 sometime. Like I got it minus 135, and more often than not, I hit that bet. So I took it because the first round sub is probably the most likely outcome because they're both going to be fresh, and it's kind of easier to get a sub. But the more I was looking into it, I was like, Tyra kind of, he likes to take his time on the ground, and what I did is that I played Tyra sub round 2 plus 350, and I played Tyra sub round 3 plus I think 850. So I was like, all right, so even though if I don't hit the under 1.5, I'm gonna cash the other round prop, which is good because I think it's possible he win a decision. I know he has good ground and pound, but I don't think Chariz is the type of guy that would just let him pound him out. I think he's pretty tough. But he do too much mistake on the ground for a guy like Tyra, and I'm really high on Tyra grappling. And he got some submission. I think the triangle armbar. That's something Chariz already been sub by. So I think that's a thing to note. I think he get the sub at a pretty high clip, but the sub is like minus 300. So you can't play that. So the under 1.5 at minus 135, I think that was solid. And the round 2 sub, round 3 sub, in case it goes further, so I'm going to profit anyway. So that's how I played it.
There you go. Cody.
Yeah, man, I've just stayed away from this fight altogether. I think it's Tatsuro by sub. I think Chariz is tough though. Like the dude's pretty tough, man. He gave Clayton Carpenter a pretty good run for his money, and Clayton Carpenter is pretty good. I think I'm actually pretty high on him, and his striking looked real crisp in the first round. Pretty good takedown defense. I don't know if Carpenter is not on Tyra's level. I like Tyra being a little.
Carpenter's a bum. Did you not know that?
That's highly debatable. Nah, he's good. He's good. He's gonna run into Sicky one day, throw Sicky in a little little Peruvian necktie. But no, man, I think Tyra gets it done by sub, but I think it's like later in the fight. But then it could be earlier in the fight. He could land the first takedown and choke this dude out. Or Chariz can look as tough as he did on the Contender Series. He went 5 rounds with Aguilar before he got submitted in the 5th. I'm just staying away from this fight. I don't mind that under 1.5, but like it's going to be tough, man. Because Chariz is super tough, but I got to think that Tatsuro is going to get out here and take him down and get it done inside that 1.5. So that seems like the best bet. But I just stayed away from this fight altogether.
Yeah, I'm on the Tatsuro side. I'm thinking submission as well. And I don't have a. I do it actually. I lied. I have him inside the distance in a parlay with another big favorite coming up here. I did all the big favorites by finish, but one got scrapped a little bit ago with Jack Della. So it is what it is. But I think the grappling difference here is night and day. And like Patrick said, Tatsuro is super patient. He'll wait until the right moment to get the takedowns. And usually, I don't want to say he's a slow starter, but he's very patient and he will take his time on the feet and then work for that takedown and get the takedown. And I think after that, it's going to be only a matter of time. And I don't think Chariz's grappling is up to snuff to survive for too long. On the feet, though, I mean, Tyra has decent striking and very underrated, I want to say. But, I mean, that's where Chariz might have a good chance to win. But Tyra has very good fight IQ. And he will get this fight to the mat eventually, and he will get a submission. So I would say second round. I think it gets out of the first round, but that's just me. So we all agree on Tyra by submission and or inside the distance. So I marked that down for us or for a parlay if we want to do that later on. Let's see what everyone else is saying here. Prop likes the under in this fight. I like that too. I mean, I really like fight to start round 2. It's like minus 115, minus 120 range. Just because Tatsuro is so patient in the first round. We've seen it, but it's just like the second half of the first round, he might turn it up. We just don't know. Tatsuro gets clipped, but he will get the sub. I think you can get Tatsuro at a better price if you live bet. I don't know. I think he's going to win round 1. We'll see. Tatsuro inside the distance is minus 280. That's what I got him at, opposed to minus 800. I think that's a good, if you want to cut it down, obviously. John brought up a good point here. FanDuel Boost has Whittaker and Volkanovski winning at plus 100, and you can get at minus 150 range. So if you like both those guys to win and you have FanDuel, I think that's a good boost. So definitely play that if you like it. Pink likes Tyra. He'll rank, but he might make a mistake on the way up. Tyra's round 3 TKO is plus 8,000. Yikes.
I like those numbers. Dude, one of these big favorites is going to shit the bed. We know it. One of them's going to.
Got to.
Hopefully, for Pink Floyd's sake, it's in round 3 and it's Tyra.
True. I don't think so. No. Not today. Not today. Chariz was getting taken down and controlled by Aguilar. That's all I have to say. There you go. That's all he has to say.
True that.
Tyra win in round 2 is plus 370. I like that too. And Alex, our guy, Alex Ramirez, is always taking notes. He's in the chat. Let's go.
So
and we also got 56 minutes is giving us a little warning here. So thank you. Always appreciate it. We are on the main card to it. Oh, no, we aren't. We got one more. Robbie Lawler versus Nico Price. I don't even know who's up next. Cody, start off.
Yeah. So this fight, my best bet for this fight is the over 1.5, over 2.5. I bet the over 2.5. I think both these dudes are durable. Robbie Lawler's been finished twice in the last 12 years. I'm not going to count the Askren finish, but he got finished by Lawler. I mean, not Lawler. He got finished by Woodley like 7 years ago, and then he got finished by Barberina. But he was looking really good in the Barberina fight. Not really good. Like he was getting beat up in the first round a little bit, but it was like back and forth. But Barberina was throwing that crazy volume on him and just coming forward, eating shots and throwing all the volume. And then Barberina slowed down in the second round. And Robbie Lawler showed great cardio toughness. And he was actually beating up Barberina a little bit in that second round until he got hit with that big shot that rocked him, where he got the standing TKO. Right at the end of the second, there was like 13 seconds left, but I just don't think Nico Price brings the volume or the pressure really that Brian Barberina brings like that. And I think that Lawler actually might have the better striking here. He just doesn't hit as hard as he used to. You know what I mean? But I think that he can control some range here, block a lot of Nico Price's attacks, because it's not like he's a technical striker. He kind of just throws hooks. He throws a lot of leg kicks. He tries to mix in some grappling. But I don't really think that Lawler finishes him, and I don't think that Nico Price finishes Lawler. I mean, Nico Price couldn't even finish Cowboy Cerrone when Cowboy Cerrone was in his finish era, you know what I mean, where everybody finished him. So, I mean, Alex Moreno finished him, for Christ's sake. So, yeah, man, I like the over 2.5 here. I got it at plus 125. I think both these dudes are durable dudes. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think they're both well-rounded, so it's not like if one guy gets taken down, he's instantly getting choked out. I don't think anybody's getting just pounded out on the ground if they get taken down. I think the striking's pretty even. I think that Robbie Lawler's proved he's durable. Nico Price is pretty durable unless you put him like completely out. So, yeah, like the over 1.5. That's the way I play. I wouldn't be shocked if Robbie Lawler wins a decision here. Like, granted, he's a little older, but if he fought the same way he did against Barberena and don't get finished, he could probably win this fight. I think Barberena is better than Nico Price, like, at the end of the day. So,
yeah, fun fight, actually.
As long as Barberena kept the fight standing, you know, obviously he's ground there. But yeah, man, give me the over 1.5 or 2.5 in this. I got it at plus 125, and I like it. I like it.
There you go. Patrick, what do you like?
Yeah, man, I know where I stand on this, and I'm more of a money line guy. Like the overs unders, man. Johnny and Cody are really good at those. So when Cody chooses something that's the opposite of how I see it, I get a little bit worried. I respect his opinion, man, but I'm on the fight doesn't go to decision at minus 175. Just a 1-unit stab on this one. We got two guys who do like to stand and bang. I mean, Robbie Lawler, that's how he's made his entire career, using his durability and his technical brawling, I would say. Really good technique. Southpaw stance, gets in the pocket, but Nico Price leaves his chin right up on the platter to be hit and cracked. So this could be like a right-off in the sunset knockout victory in a retirement fight for Robbie Lawler. But his durability has been cracked by Brian Barberena last time, who's not all that dangerous at all. So I think Nico Price dusts him. I think he dusts him inside the distance, but dude, he's going to be open for counters. So I think I see two guys contributing to violence here, and especially with a retirement fight at 41 years old. Good chance he gets served here. So give me the fight doesn't go to decision. But that could leave the door open for me and Cody to both cash our bets if it finishes late round 3. So hopefully that happens for us.
There's a 2.5 minutes window. Yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Robbie, what do you like here?
Yeah, man, I think that's a tricky fight. Like, I can understand people betting Lawler. I can understand people betting the over, the under. Like, I think a lot of options are available for this fight. It depends the way you prefer the fight, because Lawler's old and that's his last fight and all that, but man, Nico Price to me is wash. He's like I really don't like how he has been looking recently. So I think that's a close fight, and I don't agree with the line. But at the same time, if either of them fall, I wouldn't be surprised, you know. So I think they will go at it. I think that's gonna be a war. I think that's gonna be a close fight more than likely. I was on Barberena knockout last time out. That was a big plus money number, and now they're like giving us Nico Price at a big favorite, and a big I don't like this fight at all as a betting perspective, but I think Lawler is the better fighter. I think he has a good chance to win this fight, and I think if it goes to a decision, I kind of favor him, to be honest. But a knockout, I think both of them are live to get one. So I don't have a good read on this fight, so I'm not going to bet it. But for a pick, I'm going to pick Robbie Lawler. I'm not sure decision knockout, but I'm going to pick Robbie Lawler. But I want to be surprised in Nico Price win, you know. That's one of this pick where I'm not confident enough to bet either of them, so I'm going to pass. But Patrick's on the under and Cody's on the over, and I can see both them, to be honest. So it's really hard for me to bet this fight.
Right on.
Patrick Sean.
I basically agree with that too. I said when you left, I'm like, dude, I respect Cody he's way better at over unders than I am, man. But on this card, there's not a lot of money lines for me. That's my specialty. So I got to go into Cody's realm a bit here. So I don't know, man. You got me worried with that over.
It's not too late to change. No,
man.
It's too late.
So at the same time, they're both old. Like Robbie is old and Nico Price is old for his age, if you know what I mean. Like he's 33, I think, but his body
looks like he's 40.
He was off for like a year and a half before his last fight for
knee injury. He looked bad last time out. So I'm leaning the under, to be honest.
So do you see? Are you guys?
I'm not confident. I don't have a good read. So
are you guys seeing Nico finish Robbie or Robbie finish Nico?
Either one.
Because Robbie ain't finished nobody besides Nick Diaz, who didn't train. But like Robbie, you know what I mean? He's gone to decision, hasn't finished anybody in probably how many out of his last certain amount of fights.
Well, both guys haven't finished anybody in forever. I'm not counting the Nate Diaz fight either. That's garbage.
Or Nick,
Or Nick, I'm sorry. The Nick Diaz fight.
I have no idea, to be honest.
When you compare Brian Barberena to Nico Price, I think Brian Barberena is better in the pocket. He's more durable, but I think Nico Price is more dangerous when he does land.
Right, but Lawler just got to dodge the big shot there where he was getting that pressure.
Yeah, that's what Barberena does. Yeah,
30 shots in that first round. He's just got a box with Nico. You know what I mean? And I think that he's been in there with enough power punching dudes that to be able to freaking hopefully, because Nico's so untechnical, like he's just throwing hooks basically and overhands and stuff. So, but I hope, man, I'm just banking on the durability of both dudes and the fact Robbie Lawler, I don't think is finishing anybody. So I'm just hoping that Robbie Lawler survives Nico, which I think he can do. He's done that with a lot of people, 5-round fights with like Kobe and them putting real pressure on him, not hitting as hard as Nico, but you know, putting real pressure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you, Cody. I got the over 1.5 on a bet here. I think I got it at minus 135. I think that hits pretty easily. Like, I'm putting my tinfoil hat on right here. This is Robbie's last fight, retirement fight. Nico is one of those guys where he understands and he respects fighters to the point where he's going to give Robbie his 15 minutes of glory, whether it's like Nick is going to like basically do just enough to know he's winning the fight and then let this go to decision, and whoever wins. It might even be a split decision, like hot take here. One rando judge is going to give it to Lawler, even though you know it's wrong. But Nick is going to win by split decision. I can see this totally happening, which is why I love the overs in this fight. I think both guys are durable, like Cody said. They both haven't finished anybody in forever, 4 years or more. So I got the over 1.5. I think that hits. That's like one of my safest bets. I think it's going to hit all day. Yeah. So that's just me.
Another thing
I'm a conspiracy theorist, though.
And, I like that. And another thing, even when you go back to Nico Price's knockouts, they're not freaking a punch knockout. Like he's got that up kick or whatever to Vic, the rando fist to Randy Brown. He did knock out Tim Means. He was getting dominated before that and just caught him with a big shot right at the end of the first. But he's usually not going out. And like Robbie's striking, even at this age, should be a level. Like it should be so much more technical. Crispy looked in great shape. I hope. You know what I mean? I feel like Robbie's a durable dude too. Like he just got caught with a big shot by Barberena, man. But
I think he was just out pressured and paced, and he just couldn't handle it at the end, basically.
Nico couldn't finish Donald Cerrone. And literally Donald Cerrone, if you go look at his record, he's probably got 8 red marks and 7 finishes. And he's probably the only dude that didn't finish him. To be honest,
That's true. I agree. MMA Ricky, what's up, MMA Ricky? He said, "What's up, dudes? I'm here. Better late than never. We always appreciate you coming out. Definitely check out MMA Ricky on Twitter. Like him, follow him, and subscribe. All that good stuff. I didn't mean any disrespect on the time. I'm just stoked for this card. Oh, it's okay. No, we're all good. Give us little updates because sometimes we always forget.
He's just getting hyped like 56 minutes to the fights. That's good stuff.
The
Bunny likes Price by decision. Derek says the algorithm says finish him.
I don't like it, Derek. I told you your algorithm was against me a couple times this week. I don't like it.
Fight can go either way. I feel like both guys can throw down and get crazy. I would be sweating an under. I like the over 1.5. It's such a reasonable price. Such a reasonable price.
Yeah, that's a good price.
Hey, what's up, bro?
I'm going to say this wrong, but I'm going to try to say it. Where's he? TV? What's up, man? Robbie's the go. Of course he's the go. That's why we have him on here, man. Appreciate you coming out, though. Always. Sweating the over. Okay.
It's going to be so good. I don't need no sauna. Who needs a sauna where you can bet freaking Nico Price overs?
Overs, that's how I lose weight every week. Just bet overs.
Yeah, why not? That's the way to do it.
Lawler is done. Couldn't beat Barberena, which I expected he could not. Nico Price by finish. Okay, as long as it's over 1.5, we are good.
2.5, motherfucker.
I'm sorry, 2.5.
No, 1.5, we're good. Johnny Cash
in the
says,
house.
fuck Cody now.
I'm like, fuck Cody. It's all about
Hey,
the one.
it can finish right now. Second round, 236.
I'm gonna put that in the
Johnny's
chat. Over 1.5. I don't care what happens. Fuck Cody.
Everybody else after this. I cashed this guy.
Dirty Reg in the house. What's up, Dirty Reg? He said Nico wins a decision. We agree. Look at that.
I like where you're going, Dirty Reg.
That's my official pick is Nico by decision.
What's the odds on
out
that?
There?
That's got pretty
I don't
good
know.
odds.
I'll have to look it up, but I do not know. This fight's gonna have a ton of damage. I think it will, but I'm telling you, Nico is gonna just do enough to not finish Lawler for 3 rounds, so he gets 15 minutes of his spotlight. I'm telling you guys.
Plus 325 to plus 350 for Nico decision.
There you go.
I don't mind that at all. Price, dude, who's so untechnical and he's really not a good fighter, just going out there and dominating Robbie Lawler.
Even Nico's one of those guys, though, man. I'm telling you, he's so nice. He's too nice. He's too nice.
I do like him. I like him as a person, but he's not the better fighter here. So, like, for us to go like he's just going to starch Robbie in round 1, is it because Robbie's so old and not good no more? But I didn't see that in his last fight. Like, I didn't see that. I don't know.
This is what I'm saying right here. Nico could take the foot off the gas and not go for a finish just because it's his last fight. This is what I'm thinking. This is just my conspiracy.
I'll take it. Freebies. Let me get it. I'll take it twice.
Over 2.5, not bad. Just in case the ref saves Robbie late. That's true. Maybe whoever's reffing, hopefully it's Jason. Jason loves the overs.
Yep.
He doesn't call shit, which I love.
Yep. Let's go.
I'm with Pat. Sicky. You're crazy with
your
ultra.
I don't know if I pissed my guy Stereos or something. Somehow I got on Sicky.
Whatever Cody says, Sicky does not like this
week. I didn't mean it, Sicky. You're still my boy, dude.
45 minutes. We got 45 minutes. All right, we'll move on up to the next one. Thank you for reminding us. See, sometimes we get carried away. All right, main event. This will be a quick one. Bo Nickel versus Val Woodburn. I will start this one off. Give me Bo Nickel. I think he gets it done in the first round by submission. He gets that takedown, and eventually he gets like a head and arm choke or rear naked choke. I think it will be over 0.5 rounds. So 2.5 minutes. I think it will be over that, but just barely, like 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I mean, if Jamie Pickett can do it, this guy can do it. Let's put it that way. So give me Bo Nickel by submission first round. Patrick, you're next.
I got my analysis from Lou Betty. Let me pull up the DMs here.
Okay, there you go.
It says Bo Nickel by anal rape.
Ooh.
So it says here.
Is that
what's
legal?
that? Is that plus? Is that
I feel
plus,
like that's a point or two.
100?
Like he's going to lose a point or two.
It says, you know how Josiah Harrell got removed for having like a blood disorder in his brain?
Yeah.
Lou says that Val Woodburn's going to have a disorder from loose butthole from Bo rape.
This is
directly from my DMs.
I've read the rule book. I know rape is not legal. I think
is that in the rule book?
This is directly from my DMs with Lou Betty.
Jesus, man.
And I don't disagree. I think Bo Nickel gets this done, dude. Dude, Bo Nickel by submission under 60 seconds plus 600 on DraftKings. Let's go.
That might be the way. This dude's too little.
Dude, I'm surprised at how small he was.
Little.
He's so jacked in all of his footage, like with the other guys in the regional scene of Florida. He looks so big and muscular, and he looks like a tiny little boy next to
you realize he's freaking 5'8".
Yeah. That's like, embarrassing, dude. I was about to root. I thought this was like Braxton Smith part 2, and then I realized he's tiny. Yeah. This is like a black Jesus Aguilar, dude. Come on, get out of here.
Yes, he is at 185.
Give me Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel is getting the takedown within 10 seconds, and then crank it on the neck. And
you're saying the under half a round in 60 seconds.
Under half a round by sub. No, under 60 seconds and submission. Bo Nickel plus 600. Let's go.
I love it.
I'm not betting that, but you could get that.
You said nickel by sub though?
Yeah.
Okay, Dravi, what do you like?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bo Nickel by sub as well, but let me just say that he is small, he's 5'8", but he might be harder to take down. That might be a factor as well. Let's say he can't get the takedown early. We're like, oh shit, and he looks to have some power, but Bo Nickel should dominate and get the fight to the ground easily and get a sub. I don't think it should be close. But a guy that is 5'8" might be harder to take down. Who knows? We're about to find out really soon.
Yep. Cody.
Yeah, this dude's a striker. and he's way smaller than Bo, and he's not going to knock Bo out with the first punch he lands, and Bo is going to slam him, and he's going to choke him out. And
over 0.5.
No, I think this goes under 2.5. Like you said about Jamie Pickett, the difference is like Jamie Pickett's a big dude. You know what I mean? He's like 6'3", 6'2", like
but
a
it's
big
Jamie
dude.
Pickett though.
Yeah, he's terrible, but he would probably beat up this dude. He would probably beat up this.
So? That'd be a close fight.
He's so big. Like I just think that like Bo's gonna get this dude, like to where Jamie Pickett had a little weight and Bo had to hold him up against the fence for a little bit, knee him in the balls, and then take him down.
That makes sense.
He'll need the knee and the balls this time. I think that he's just gonna be able to pick this dude up and slam. I think this dude's the weight class below, right? Does this dude usually fight at 170?
No, he usually fights up. Well, he was fighting.
He doesn't even look like a
he fought at heavyweight in his amateur, and then he fought at light heavyweight for the rest of his amateur.
So he's on his way down. This
guy used to be a heavyweight. He used
to play football.
He was
like in high school. He played football.
Yeah, his last fight he fought at middleweight, and then the fight before that he was light heavyweight.
He's like the Florida Jared Cannonier, then, huh?
I mean, he's beating okay guys: 30-16, 17-8.
Either way, I got Bo Nichols.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it more interesting.
Right? What's that under 2.5 minutes thing?
What's the under two? The over is like -175. I know that.
No, what's the under?
I don't care.
You're betting.
I'm an over. I'm an over guy.
I don't
have. I have it in a fun bet because it didn't make it to my official bets.
He's gonna be on the floor within 10 seconds. On his way to getting choked.
I don't know what the under. It's probably like plus 130, 140.
And it's weird because
Bo nickel and under half of a round on DraftKings is plus 160.
Holy shit! Okay. There's your money. That's Money Mayweather right there. If I could bet
telling
online,
you that
I would
over.
Bet
that. I love that over half round. I'm telling you guys.
This kid
At least we all agree on nickel by submission. I
don't know about
written down,
but smoked under 2.5. I don't know if he'll get rated.
What about what Lou said
that's by going on in 2.5
by backdoor? By backdoor R word.
Jesus.
All the grapes.
I mean, I want Bo to go for a title, not prison time. All right. That's what
that was a good skit. MMA Ricky. Nickel by sub all day. Him parlay with Tyra sub. I basically have that same thing. I did Tyra inside the distance, and I also had Jack Della by KO, but that didn't work out. Lawler KO is plus 460. Price has been knocked out 3 times, 3 plus times.
I'll take it. After that 2.5 round mark, I'll take it.
Bo is going to come out looking to strike in this fight. Wouldn't that be something?
138.
I'd be pissed if he does. I'll tell you that.
Is this one of them Kevin Lee parodies? He's doing one of them Kevin Lee joke things. I was thinking, dude, when I watched that fight, that's all I could think of was Tyler last week when Kevin Lee internet.
Oh, like, yeah. You're right.
No. Great. That was funny though.
Woodburn over 5 significant strikes is plus 15. That 115. That's awesome. I hope that hits for you, man. I don't think he does either, but I hope it does. Nickel sub round 2 is 1,200. That's insane. That's worth a flyer.
If he can survive, yeah.
A lot of grapes up in here.
Sorry, I'm sorry about that, guys. I forgot the trigger warning. I don't condone the use of that word or the act itself, but I was reading from a script from Lou Betya, who is not only Bo Nickel's father, but also a sexual deviant. So
it sounds like he was pretty into it, though. I want to see the replies. That's what I want to know. What did Patrick reply?
I said that's preposterous, Lou. Don't say those words.
Don't say that to me.
Sicky has some insider information. Val said Val is a legit gardener. Hope he wins.
He is. So. He is.
He's going to be planting tulips.
I was on his landscaping business page on Instagram. It was pretty sick. Some good footage of him on the riding lawnmower. It's awesome.
Is he within the region, Patty?
He's in Florida.
He's in Florida.
Then I'm not going to hire him.
He could ride his mower up here and cut our lawn.
He's about to be planting tulips on Bo's.
Bo Nickel is going to fence post this guy's weekend. Okay.
It's getting bad in here.
Some money to be made. Fight starts round 2. That's true. With that being said, it probably won't. I don't think it will either. But I think that half a round, though, I'm telling you, it's going to hit, guys.
Reg is a wild man.
I have a question before I head out. Rebovix or Kirk over 1.5?
Over.
I would say over. If I had to choose.
I like that. Because Kirk ain't finishing in under 1.5. That's for sure.
If anyone's going to finish, I think it's Rebovix early. Long shot. Woodburn round 1 KO. That'd be insane.
That's his way. That's his path. So
Yep.
I don't hate it.
Patrick said, bow by rear, naked, ground and pound.
Why has he got to be naked when he does it?
What time is the first?
He's beating him up and just taking his shorts off as he's holding them down, beating him up. He's like, you just stand there.
Real slow and sexy, like.
He's like, I'm about to plant.
Tanner asked, what time is the first prelim fight? Central time, which is the normal time. I think it's at 5 or 5:15. Probably 5:15 because since there was one fight that was canceled. Nickel first round KO is worth a stab. Is plus money compared to the nickel sub. Yeah, he can get a ground and pound knockout, but I just think he goes for the subs. One first round sub is my pick, but holding a big $5 money line ticket. There you go. Appreciate it. No problem. All right, next one up. Let me get there. We got a good fight here. Dan Hooker versus Jalen Turner. I will let Cody start this one off. Who do you like?
I mean, I'm picking Jalen Turner. I'm not as confident as everybody else because, like, Jalen Turner's good and he's got good striking, but so is Dan Hooker. Like, if Jalen Turner doesn't knock Hooker out early and this turns into a dogfight, then it's going to be a really good fight. Dan Hooker's had a lot more time off to recover, and you know what I mean. When he was fighting in COVID times and getting finished a lot, he was dropping weight classes and fighting on short notice and fighting some really tough dudes that, I mean, can finish you like that anyways. But I like Turner. I like him being younger. I like him being bigger. I think he has the grappling upside here, even though Dan Hooker's probably going to be the one trying to take it to the ground. But yeah, I just don't. I mean, like, Jalen Turner is really good, but he's hittable too. Like when I watched the Malarkey fight, man, he took some big shots in that fight, and he was giving Malarkey big shots too. But like, I think Dan Hooker's way better than Malarkey, and I don't think that he'll fold as easy as Malarkey. But another thing, you got Dan Hooker having the same reach as Jalen Turner. I'm sure Turner's not used to people, you know, being as big as him. He's used to having a big size advantage, but he's going to have a weight advantage, that's for sure. But give me Turner. I'm going to take Turner just for the fact that he's shown more durability than Dan Hooker. He's a little bit younger. Like I said, he probably has the grappling upside. But I didn't bet this fight at all, dude, because if Dan Hooker comes as the old Dan Hooker, like, you know, just from a couple years ago, this is going to be a dog fight, and this is going to be a really good fight, and this is a big step up in competition. Because just to say, you know, that like Turner's just going to come out here and KO Hooker, like he didn't even KO Gamrot. So I don't know. Let me I'm gonna take Jalen Turner because I guess it's just the thing to do. But his line's way off.
Oh, he's a trend guy. He's a trend.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't like this. I just think that like Dan Hooker at plus 240 like has a chance to win this fight. You know what I mean? Like so I just stayed away from it all. Give me Jalen Turner inside the distance, but stayed away from it. Over unders, all that stuff, and it's all tough to read on this fight to me.
There you go. Robbie, who do you like?
Yeah, I agree with Cody on this because I think this fight will be closer than what people think. I know everybody's on Turner. Everybody probably Turner. He's minus 300 right now, which is crazy to me because
more money coming in.
Yeah, first of all, Turner weaknesses are his striking defense, his chin is suspect at time, and his wrestling defense. All that is something that Dan Hooker can exploit, in my opinion. I think his wrestling is underrated because if you look at the Nasrat fight, he mixed up his wrestling and his striking really well in that fight. And I know like Turner will be bigger, but he has some problem with his takedown defense. And I think Hooker can wrestle in this fight. I think he can get a takedown or two to make that fight close, to slow Turner down early. I know Turner will be live for finish, of course, but I don't think Hooker is washed like everybody seems to think because he looked weird this week and all that with his new look. I get that.
DeGeneres?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think he's washed. I think like he got caught by Michael Chandler. Of course, like that can happen to anybody, and I don't even count their Arnold Allen fight because that was down a weight class, something he shouldn't be doing in his career back. And now, and that fight against Mekachev, against Islam, is just nothing to do with this fight. But yeah, I think Hooker can get some takedown, and I think on the feet, of course, Turner will hit harder, but I think it can be close. You know the knee that Hooker like to throw in the clinch. That's something that can land, in my opinion. I think he's live for knockout himself. So what I did, I think this fight can go to a decision. So I kind of like that. I think if Hooker came in with a wrestling game plan, I think he can have success. I think that can be competitive. So I took the fight go to distance plus 250. Like I took a unit on that. And after that, Hooker knockout was like plus 400. I was good of that. But now it's up to plus 800. I just had to take it. I placed a bet, just 0.25 unit, but plus 800 on a guy like Dan Hooker. Like,
we got the sharps coming out now. They know something.
I don't know, bro, because like, again,
that's a big movement though. 400 to 800.
I just don't get it, because that's why I bet fight go to distance, because I think in a decision it will be close, but I'm gonna lean Dan Hooker to win the decision, to be honest. And I know everybody's on Turner, but I don't care. And the plus 800 knockout, it just, to me, that line is just crazy on a guy that has problem with his striking defense and his chin. He has been put out a couple of times before, and like Cody said, Mullarkey was touching him up. Like, he got hurt by Mullarkey in that fight. He got put out by Luque. He got hurt, and yeah, I don't like the fact that he didn't finish Gamrot last time out as well, because he had the opportunity to do so. Yeah, my pick gonna be Dan Hooker by decision, and I like the fight good distance.
Okay, Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, it's the common theme for this card where it's like I like one guy to win who's the favorite, but he's too big of a favorite. Like, I think the line is a bit disrespectful to everything that Dan Hooker's done, but this comes down to, I think Jalen Turner does have more paths to victory. He's got the grappling upside, just like Cody said. I agree with that. And he looks improved every time he's come out recently. Like, yeah, he has some hiccups on his record. We're talking about when did he lose to Luque? He got knocked out. That was like 5 years ago almost now. Matt Frivola out-wrestled there. Again, that was like, 4 years ago now? So he's looking better. I thought his fight with Gamrot was pretty impressive in a very, very, very close loss. You know, he just gave up the control time, but he defended a lot of takedowns too and scrambled well and did some good striking work against the guy in Gamrot who's never been finished before. So I like Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker as a guy. Like, I like the overs in this spot, really, just because both guys have the ability to use their range very well compared to most opponents. But, dude, Dan Hooker gets finished early in a lot of bouts, and Jalen Turner finishes fights early whenever he does. So I could see this ending very quickly or getting drugged out to decision, like nowhere in between, you know? So I'll take Jalen Turner, but I have no money on this one.
Yeah, I'm on the Turner side here, too. I just think he's the younger fighter. He's been in less wars. Hooker's been knocked out and been crazy wars. And I think this will be a striking fight for the majority of it. And I just like Turner striking a little bit more. I know Hooker's very good. He's a very good striker, but I don't think he's as dangerous as he once was. He's 33 years old. I think Turner's the more dangerous guy, especially with his like grappling, like everybody said. And Hooker, I'm not saying he's washed, but I'm glad he's up at lightweight again, because that's where he should be. But man, I don't know. This is one of those fights where I could see either guy winning, but I just really feel like Turner is going to be the guy to win this one. Whether it's a club and sub, whether it's going to be on the feet, whether it can be by decision. I think Hooker's only chance to win this fight is going to be by decision. So I like Dravi's bet by decision. I don't think he gets a knockout, personally. I think Turner is the one to get the finish or a decision win. So give me Turner. I think he wins this one. I know the line's not fantastic, but I think that's the one that I think it happens. So we are not all agreed on this one, because Dravi has to mess that one up. Thanks, Dravi.
It's a tough spot though, right? Because Dan Hooker, like, you look at his losses.
I'm just joking.
All of Dan Hooker's losses are against like top tier guys, you know. So you kind of
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's tough. It really is tough.
But I just look at the wars though that Hooker's been in, and it's like
a full kickboxing career before MMA too.
Is Jalen Turner ready for the war that Hooker got in with Poirier? If he can bring that out tonight, though,
I don't think he's going to bring it out though.
Nobody could say, dude, that fight was so crazy. The shots them dudes took, like
that's like a legendary fight.
Poirier is one of the toughest human beings ever walked this earth.
Yeah,
dude. That dude is unreal tough, man. Like,
that's crazy.
War with Gaethje, all them, like.
Yep. Zester said, "What fight got canceled? The Jack Della fight. That's what we were talking about. It got canceled yesterday, I believe."
Yep.
Van Burn KO, or I'm trying to benching as much as Addicted to Combat. There you go.
Get it.
Turner had trouble with the weight cut. He did miss weight, but I don't think he looked that bad. Like,
he could have cut his hair off. He chose his hair over probably
that's true, because he has a lot of dreads and stuff. I'm sure it adds at least a pound, at least.
He could have cut off 4 of them, and if you weigh them, like, I guarantee that weighs. Like, he chose his hair over a lot of money, dude.
I think even on Turner's Tapology page, he didn't have the dreads. So, I mean, he could have done it, but he didn't want to.
His hair ain't growing back if he cuts it off again.
This one doesn't go the distance. I love Turner here. I just don't think Hooker is that guy anymore. I thought he looked the shell of himself versus Puelas. That was a weird fight in general. Duplessis is just a weirdo and terrible. Lay says dog or pass or the under here. Okay. If it's the under, you're on the Turner side, I bet. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Tyler has got to go. Appreciate you coming out, Tyler, always. Later, Turner has more paths to victory. Blind by Corn will get you going right now. That was a random.
What's
Corn?
We're listening
to 2002? Yeah.
This is
a Michael show. A. Good insight. Appreciate you coming out, Michael. Corn? I heard that name in 20 years ago. Shit. Dan Hooker thinks that dyeing his hair blonde like Charlie Olives makes him better. That's all I got to say right there.
Johnny was in a Nickelback, not Corn. Because you ain't got no photograph.
Crazy. Look at this photograph.
I knew it.
I'm on Turner, but very scared, to be honest. Hooker can win this. He could. I wouldn't be scared, though. Man, your takes this week. Oof.
I'm telling you, Sicky is on one.
He's on something.
Somebody pissed his Cheerios this week. And
Turner Wrestling took a major level up in that camp against Gamrot. He lost a split decision there in a close fight. Yeah, it could have went either way.
True that.
Yeah.
Hooker plus 3.5. If you think Hooker will not get knocked out, I think that's a very good bet. A very good bet. If you don't think if that's the one thing you got to worry about.
Yep.
I think it's even plus money.
I like that over 1.5 a lot, dude. I was looking at betting that, but
I was thinking about the over as well. I didn't get around to it.
Yeah, the why I bet the fight go to distance instead is that if it goes over 1.5, I think it will go to distance. Because if there's a finish, I think it will be under 1.5, to be honest. So I kind of prefer the fight go to distance. And just to mention, I know somebody mentioned the Gamrot fight. I know Turner wrestling improved, but Gamrot was not mixing his striking and wrestling together in this fight.
Gamrot doesn't have striking.
And that's something that Hooker will do. He will strike with him. That's going to be maybe competitive a little bit, and then he can shoot takedown if he wants. I know Turner's a better grappler, but I think Kirk can have some success wrestling because of the fact he will mix his striking with. So, yeah, that's just my opinion.
Dude, I've been losing money on people because of all this little fight group right here. Because we thought fucking Gamrot, we thought Guram was so good because he beat Gamrot. And then we thought Gamrot, I think we may be overestimating Sarukian, Gamrot, Guram, all them dudes that we thought were great because it was all, and Ismagulov. They was all giving each other these tight ass fights. And then come to find out, they're really not on the level like that. Ismagulov and not really Guram, but kind of Guram. Both of them kind of got exposed as I thought they were way better than what they were.
Yeah. I mean, I know now, I know now that Demir just can't grapple with really, really, really good grapplers. I just know that.
So who wins out of Dawson and Sarukian? Because
Sarukian.
You think Dawson just?
Yeah, because I think he's got good enough wrestling to stuff the takedowns, and he's got good enough grappling and good reversals and scrambles, and he's better on the feet, leaps and bounds.
If he gets taken down,
it's not debatable at all. That's night and day.
No, I'm saying
debatable is the grappling and wrestling.
What do you think the line would be on that fight? Sarukian.
Probably Sarukian will be minus 175. At least that's why I would probably price it at.
I think he gets backpacked. He can barely wrestle Ismagulov. He couldn't even hold Ismagulov
Holy
down.
Hell, Cody. This is another time. Ghost Dunk. Appreciate you with a $20 donation. I'm taking Mango in the first round, baby. Who's Mango?
Wait,
does anybody know who Mango is? Ghost Dunk, I don't know what Mango is first round, but I definitely want to make sure I get to say it right. And I want to know what you're talking about too. Definitely appreciate the dono. I don't know. I think I'm missing something too.
Mango Prachnio?
Oh, maybe. Is that his
No, that is
Marcin, the mighty Mango Prachnio.
Hold on. How about Dan Hooker, the Mango? That's what I'm saying. It is Danny Hooker.
Is it Danny Hook?
Yep, New Zealand, baby.
I thought he was a hook man.
Mango Moreno?
Oh, he's the hangman. I thought he was the hooker. My bad.
He's a Kiwi.
Anyways.
He's a Kiwi, though. Which one's a Mango?
Mango is from I don't know. Where's Mango's from?
You're freaking us out here, Ghost Dunk.
This is a low IQ podcast.
You got to explain yourself.
This is what you come here for.
Explain yourself, Ghost Dunk.
Any Action Sportscast FE. Let me get this up here. What's up? Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? I'm ready to win some money. Yes, you are. And you're going to win some money. I know we have the same bets. So a lot of them. Definitely check out Any Action Sportscast, though, on YouTube. Not Any Action FE. Any Action Sportscast on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. Does great stuff each and every week.
For sure.
Turner doesn't have the best chin. I mean, he's been knocked out a few times. It's been a while, but yeah, I agree. How many wars of them does have one in his career?
I don't know.
I agree.
Poirier's got a lot. He's had,
yeah,
and he keeps going. That's a good point, though. It is. I mean, and that took some years off his life, dude. That fight, because he hasn't looked the same since. So
I think this might be the one bet me and Sicky agree on. Literally bet Turner and Rob parlay, but I'm nervous. Don't be nervous, bro. We got this. Don't be. You're like confident on the nervous fights, and you are off.
It's because you gotta be nervous because you guys are parlaying dudes that are fighting other dangerous dudes. You got to go get like.
Poker's not dangerous anymore. Come on, man. You are on one too.
Claudio Puelles would disagree.
Knee bar specialist. It's going to get ground and pounded like every other knee bar specialist.
Maybe
come on,
Turner
Cody.
Goes for knee bar.
He ain't gonna. If he does that, then he deserves to lose, and I will take that bet that I lost, like a man, and complain about it like a man when I do my next video.
I can't wait.
All right, next one. Robert Whittaker versus Duplessis. Patrick, start this banger off.
The Nigerian Nightmare Duplessis coming through. First round knockout. Good night, Robert Whittaker.
The South African Savage. The African Savage.
This guy's basically like Kamala. Remember Kamala? From
the Nigerian Nightmare.
No, dude. Brother. I mean, this is such a fun fight, dude. I love Duplessis. He gets a lot of. He's getting more and more hate, dude. But I like him. He's so exciting. This is a very fun fight because you got a guy in Dricus who's totally explosive early, like not really pacing himself for a 3-round fight, especially not a 5-round fight. Robert Whittaker, he's been doing this time and time again. High output striker, technical, gets in the pocket, gets back out of range to safety, leg kicks from all angles, dude. That's going to limit the movement. He's got good wrestling he'll mix in when his opponents get tired. I love Robert Whittaker here. He's our rightful big favorite. The guy's only lost in the middleweight division to one guy, and that's the champion. So I think he comes through here, and if he could just stay safe early, dude, I think he could possibly even find a finish in round 3 when Dricus tires. But, you know, that round 3 or decision prop, that combined prop might be something to look at. But, dude, I think Robert Whittaker's a safe, like, parlay piece here, too. I like him to win. You guys got any opinions on, like, if he can get a finish or not?
Yeah, I like the under 2.5.
Okay.
I like the finish, yeah.
Yeah, it covers both sides, right?
It's tough. I was looking at the over just because Dricus is so fucking tough. But then, like, if he comes out and goes hard in that first round like he did against Darren Till and then gasses in the second, he's not going to be – like, Robert Whittaker is going to finish him because you're not going to be – he was like – he had to, like, do Hail Mary takedowns against Darren Till in that second round. But he was landing them because Till has terrible cardio and terrible takedown defense, terrible fight IQ. But Robert Whittaker has none of that stuff. So, like, if Dricus comes out, goes hard, even, like, tries to wrestle Whittaker, whatever, man, and starts slowing down for any reason, I think Whittaker can finish him. Whittaker also has that fast-ass head kick. I know that he hasn't knocked anybody out with that head kick recently, but it's there. Like, he hurt Marvin Vettori with it a couple times. Yeah, man, I think that he'll be able to just be better than Dricus everywhere and avoid the big shot. You know what I mean? Like, Robert Whittaker knows how to keep things not a war. He can get in a war like you've seen with Yoel Romero, but he can also take people that like Marvin Vettori who want to just get in a crazy slugfest, and he can make it so technical that they can't get in their slugfest because they're getting counter-struck every time they try to come forward with stupid stuff. I'm taking Robert Whittaker. Like I said, I liked the over because Dricus is so damn durable, but like, in the times in other fights where he's gotten tired and he's been able to snatch them takedowns and lay on top of guys till he gets some energy back, he's not going to be able to do that here. So give me Robert Whittaker, and I say he finishes Dricus off with a head kick when Dricus is tired.
So real quick, sorry guys, I know who Mango is. God damn it, he's one of my friends. My bad, guys. Listen, Mango, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was the Mango.
Your actual friend.
What's up, bro? Appreciate the dono. As always.
Damn, God damn it, Johnny.
You gotta send me a DM or something.
God, that's like, mean, my buddy
I look
Purd him. I'm like,
fool now.
I'm like,
this is one of my
him.
dudes. This is one of my dudes. Ain't
Yeah.
no. Yeah, now I look like an idiot.
Wow.
We just had this whole thing insulting.
I know, right?
Johnny's big time with everybody, dude. He gets YouTube famous. He forgets all the little people.
You get a couple thousand subscribers
that I've known for years in high school. God damn it. Fucking hell. Thanks for coming out, bro. Appreciate that.
End the show on that.
Mango, if you need some real friends, you can reach out to any three of us. Dravi, Cody.
They are way better friends than me, Mango.
I like to hang out, talk fights, anything, whatever, Mango. Whatever Johnny don't do, I do, except weird stuff, but I do the rest. I do the rest because that started sounding a little weird. Next fight is who?
Next fight. What are we talking about now? So we got Patrick for Whittaker, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he picked Whittaker.
Did you say Whittaker as well?
Did you not watch my full Kurt breakdown, Johnny?
I did not.
You're a terrible friend.
You're such a bad friend.
You really
are.
I'm
a bad friend.
You even know that Patrick does content, dude. Like,
you might have switched your pick.
It's me.
Cody, did you do a breakdown? Because I was drinking and get another drink.
I don't do breakdowns no more, man. I just
all right, Dravi, you're up next.
Johnny, this is an intervention. You're going right off
This is going right off the rails, guys. Way to go.
Yeah, so I think Whittaker will win by knockout in this fight. But like Cody said, I think that was a great point. A lot of time when Duplessis get hurt in fight, he kind of rely on his wrestling to survive against Steele, for example. But Whittaker takedown defense is elite, so I think if Whittaker hurts him, I think he will get him out of there. And Whittaker has to win a lot of decisions lately, but I think you need to factor the fact that he fought guys like Adesanya, Gastelum, Romero, and Vettori, a lot of people that were like very, very durable. I think that's why he hasn't been getting finishes, but he still hurt a lot of these people. I know Duplessis is durable, but I don't think he's as durable as these people. I think he get hit a lot. I think he put himself in firefight. So I think at this point in this fight, there will be a car crash. I think it will, because Duplessis, he just can't outpoint Whittaker at distance. He can do it, and I don't think he can have success with wrestling. So you will need to engage in a firefight. And Whittaker has been chinned before. He has been knocked down before. He has been knocked out before. We have seen that happen. So I think Duplessis Pat is a knockout. So he will need to put himself in the fire to have a chance to win this fight. But at the same time, he's so open when you rush in, and a guy like Whittaker, you will get that counter shot. Like, I'm pretty sure a knockout will happen a way or another. So what I did, instead of picking a side, so because I can't lay minus 400 on Whittaker, because like I say a bad for Duplessis. I think Duplessis plus 300 is interesting, but I'm not confident he win. So what I did instead is that I played the under 2.5 minus 155. And that's probably one of my most confident bet on the card, to be honest, because just the way Duplessis fight, the way he rely on his wrestling when he gets hurt, I don't think he can do it in this fight. And Whittaker is so much better technically. That's not even close. So let's just say he rush in like he usually does, and he doesn't touch Rob. Rob will touch him up. So I think a knockout would happen. I like a finish, but my pick will be Whittaker to get the knockout.
What do you, just before I go, you really went though, right? When I was gone.
My bad.
I was talking to Cody. You're on mute.
You're mute.
Yeah, I already went.
Cody, we're live.
Yeah, man, I already went. Whittaker.
Okay.
I think Whittaker.
All right, my turn. You already went. Jeez. All right.
And that's all I got.
Gotcha. Give me Whittaker here. I'm very confident Whittaker wins this fight. I know Dricus is good, but like he's just not technical at all. Whittaker is so much more technical than Dricus, and I know he got his nose job done and he can breathe out of it. Great, good for him, but I don't think that's going to help him here. I really don't. And I can totally see this fight going to decision because Dricus is tough. And Robert's not like the greatest finisher of all time, but man, it's night and day though with technique and just an overall MMA like fighting. So give me Robert Whittaker here. I love him in a parlay. I think the minus 375 that you can get him at now, I think that's like one of the safest money lines for a parlay is Robert Whittaker. I'm sorry, Dricus Duplessis lovers, but Robert Whittaker's on a different level. He's like the Max Holloway of the featherweight division. He's on another level other than Volkanovski. Whittaker's on another level other than Izzy. Like He just can't beat Izzy. Otherwise, he'd be a champion. That's how good he is. He just can't do it. And arguably, he did. Same thing with Max Holloway. Arguably, he beat Volkanovski. So he's that fighter in that division. Both those guys are the same fighter. I can blind pick and blind bet everybody that Whittaker fights and Holloway fights. As long as it's not Izzy or Volkanovski, I'm picking those guys because they're going to win because they're leaps and bounds better than everybody else other than that one guy. So give me Whittaker.
That's a good point you said too. I believe in Whittaker's last 7 fights, 6 of them went to decision. I can't remember who he finished.
Jacare Souza back in the 2017
head kick with that head kick. He finished 2 people, Souza, and who else did he finish with that head kick in a row? Oh yeah, Brunson. Yeah. So and he hurt Vettori with it too. So I'm saying if he finishes DDP, it's gonna be that.
Yeah, he hides that kick very well after his combos.
And fast and it's crisp.
Yep. We got Mr. AK in the house himself. What's up, Dev? The dude, MMA Jesus 420. Definitely check him out on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as well. He does great stuff. And he's on
Dricus.
Well, I'm not saying he has some good bets.
Some underdogs.
No, I'm joking, bro. Jordan likes DDP by decision or robbery. Okay. The lines of this card make me degen out. There you go. That's crazy. That's a crazy. Yeah, you're in DDP. All right. You're right. DDP beating Whittaker, then Whittaker took a dive, and DDP cannot beat Vettori, and Whittaker can outclass him.
That'd be a good fight after this. I want to see Vettori and DDP. Blockheads, the old blockhead thing. Dude, that picture of the punching bag thing guy, and then they just said that's Vettori. That was hilarious.
Oh, I just passed this up. You just know it's going to be 1 or 2 upsets on the card. Usually there is, and then it's going to happen the way it's going to be crazy. Yep. It's going to be a good card. Well, that's why Johnny DM me using you guys for collabs.
So they do it. That's how Johnny does it, man.
Duplessis, the money's coming in. Don't make me redo my bet and get a better price. I'll do it.
Wiz,
we got Wiz. Definitely check out Wiz on Twitter and the YouTubes. Shout out to the boys. Best of luck today. Good luck to you as well, Wiz. You do great stuff, great interviews, great bets for baseball and UFC and everything. Check them out on Twitter. 6, skill for skill. Whittaker all day. The fact that Dricus had a puncher's chance says it all. Yep. He does, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Whittaker's way too smart to get touched up by Dricus. I agree. And Dricus do the same. All right.
That's rude. That's disrespectful.
This is going to be a fun fight here. We got Brandon Moreno, Alexandre Pantoja. I will let Cody start this one off. Who do you like?
Yeah, I know we're getting a little short on time, so I'll kind of be quick. I'm going with Moreno. No confidence though, man. I just think that the 5 rounds favors him. I think the cardio favors him. His striking's gotten so much better, his grappling, everything. But not confident on it because Pantoja's a bad dude, so I'm not going to bet against him either. I bet the over 3.5. I'm gonna bet the durability of both guys. Neither guy's ever been finished in their career, except Moreno one time on the Ultimate Fighter show when he did get finished by Pantoja. But their second fight, that didn't even come close to happening, even though Pantoja touched him up on the feet bad the whole time. So give me the over 3.5, and I'm gonna take Moreno just because I think, and it's another thing where back when Pantoja was beating Moreno, Pantoja was like 28 years old and Moreno was like 23. And now Pantoja's 33 and Moreno's 29, I believe. And
345.
What the fuck?
Whittaker is minus 345 right now.
So it went up. It went up. Or no,
it's going down.
What was it, minus 400?
Minus 400 at one point.
People's looking for good dogs.
Guys, it's not a good idea to blind bet underdogs. I'm just throwing it out there. There are good underdogs in this card, but don't blind bet blind ones.
He's blind?
Yeah. Dricus is blind.
Fuck, when did that happen? I thought he just got his nose
he's like Stevie Wonder, dude.
He can't breathe. He can't see. The dude's a fucking mole. He's a mole from Africa.
He is winning.
Yeah, he is. That's one thing he does do. But yeah, I forget what I was saying. So yeah, give me right now over 3.5 because they're both durable, dude. I don't see it, but I took the 3.5 instead of fight goes decision or over 4.5 because this could get squirrely, dude. Depending on how fast Pantoja comes out. If he comes out like he did against Alex Perez and them, or Matt Schnell, and he's just like, I'm going to finish you in the first round. I'm going to go hard. Then he could gas out. But I don't see him doing that because I think he knows that Moreno's not a finishable guy like that. The second time they fought Pantoja, Moreno was the one shooting, and Pantoja stopped all the shots and actually beat him up standing up. So I expect him to take it a little slow, knowing he's got a 5-round fight. And both these dudes, just have a pretty good stand-up where I don't see either one of them really hurting each other or finish each other on the feet. So give me that over 3.5 minus 170. I like that a lot.
There you go. Patrick, who you like?
Yeah, I'm not that different than Cody here. I see it could get real squirrely, like you said. That's a perfect word for how this could go. I like Brandon Moreno to win. Again, do that championship experience he's gained since the last time they fought. But I would look to live bet Moreno after round 1, possibly after round 2. So if he gets I think Pantoja's best rounds are going to be early with the wrestling, the grappling, possibly even the aggressive striking. And then I think Moreno's going to have the better rounds later. So if I can get closer to even money after round 1 live, I'll put a unit or a unit and a half on that. And then just cross my fingers he can build into the fight. But, dude, it could be real close for sure.
Yep. Robbie, who do you like?
Yeah, I like Pantoja at big plus money. I got plus 180, plus 187. I think that was just crazy. I know Moreno has improved a lot since the last fought. I know he has 5-round experience. He probably has a better cardio, and he's the better striker. Let's say that. But I just can't ignore the fact that Pantoja beat him up, even if that was a long time ago. He's still 2-0 against him. That's something that will be in Moreno's head when he get in the cage. That's for sure. Is he? And he's the better grappler. Like Pantoja, BJJ is the best in the division. That's a guy that just can't be plus 180 to me, like against anybody. I know Moreno can probably build into the fight. Like he lost almost every first round he has been in, and Pantoja start fast. He almost win every first 2 round in fights he win almost, and he slow down after. So I like the angle Patrick just said. Like if you want to bet Moreno, I really don't see how you can bet minus 200, to be honest. I think the best option to bet him will be to live bet after the first or the second round. I think you'll get pick him up or dog odds. I'm pretty confident in that, because I will be surprised if Moreno win the first round. I will be very surprised. So let's just say that I bet a guy at plus 180 that will be up on the scorecard going in the third round, most likely, more than likely. So after that, people that are betting Moreno are just assuming that Pantoja will gas out. Like we don't know that's his first 5-rounder. How it will look after the second or after the third round, we just don't know. So I also like the fact that Cody bet the over 3.5 instead of picking a side, because they're both durable. But we just don't know. So if you're betting Moreno minus 200 because you're so sure he will Pantoja will gas out, why not live bet after the second round? Let's say you want to bet him after the second round and Pantoja is still fine, he's not gas out at all. You're not gonna live bet. But yeah, I think Pantoja's the side at these odds. I don't get the I was accepting actually people to bet Pantoja and the line to go the other way. So maybe if you bet Moreno at pick him, I can understand it. But I think this fight should be closer to a pick him. I like Pantoja quite a lot in this spot.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with you, Dravi. I like Pantoja a lot here. I mean, this is going to be a fun fight. It could be a close fight. It could go to decision and maybe even split decision, because like you said, Pantoja starts out quick. Moreno has the championship experience. He's been in those 5-rounders and he's improved. We all know that. He's not the same fighter. Yes, blah, 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 blah. But Pantoja is still a killer. We know that. He's a very good grappler. He's a good striker. Maybe not better than Moreno, but he's still a good striker. He has very good leg kicks. We've seen that too in this fight against Moreno. And Figueiredo was doing those leg kicks too. And that's what kind of slowed down Moreno as the fight went on. So maybe he implements some leg kicks in stand-up game. He goes for some takedowns, which I do think he can get those takedowns. Moreno's takedown defense isn't all that great. And if Pantoja can get on top or on the back, I mean, he's going to backpack Moreno for the whole round. So maybe even in a later round, like let's say round 3 or round 4, he can backpack him if he can get a takedown early just for the whole round and win that round. And that's the round that he needs
exactly just
to win, because he can win round 1, round 2, and he needs round 4, and it's 3-2. That's all he needs. These odds are crazy to me. I do think Moreno should be the favorite, but not this big of a favorite. This is such a close fight. I'm not even looking at Pantoja winning two fights before this. Those are different fighters back then. But now, just looking at it now, this is a close fight. So I took a shot with the Pantoja at plus 175, 1 unit, nothing crazy. I just think the lines are a little off here. It's gonna be a good fight. I even think Pantoja is the more dangerous fighter of the two. So I think he's the one alive for the finish, other than Moreno. Maybe Moreno gets a late finish if the cardio gasses, but we don't even know if he's gonna gas out. Like, he's never been in a 5-round fight before. We don't know. Like, I mean, everyone wants to think that, but we just don't know. We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So that's where I stand. I like it. He's gonna win. Pantoja's gonna win, guys. I said it. But we like it. Pantoja.
Word on the street.
We're on the street. Pantoja's gonna win, guys. Pantoja's good, though his scramblings are crazy good. Yep. It's going down. I already went through all this stuff. Let's see. Pick'em says Moreno. Moreno striking has come a long way. Yes, I agree with that. Pantoja gassed against Figgy, but that was a while ago as well.
He didn't gas against Figgy, actually.
Tell him.
In that fight. He gassed against Royval and Askar because there were a lot of wrestling and grappling. The fight with Manuel Cap and Figueiredo, they were a striking fight, and he didn't gas in this fight. He was pushing the pace in the 3rd round against Figueiredo.
Mm. And then, like I was saying too, like, I really think Pantoja, if this gets to the 4th round, like, he could backpack him for one of those rounds, the whole round, and win it, just like Aljamain, just like Phil Dawson in his last fight. He could totally do that on Moreno all day.
Ooh, Phil Dawson.
God damn it! Why do I always say Phil Dawson?
Fucking field goal kicker.
Grant Dawson, mother effer, dude.
The dude that beats Sarukian.
We're moving on up to the next card right now because I don't want to deal with Cody right now. Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. Patrick, you can start this one off.
Volkanovski.
By murder.
Dravi.
Yeah, I think Volkanovski is just a better overall fighter. I think Rodriguez has a path for a knockout. I think he has a chance for a knockout because of his style, like a kick or knee or something. But we know what Rodriguez's weakness is, like on the ground. He has been dominating on the ground a lot of time before, and Volkanovski has shown the ability to adapt in fight. He has like the best fight IQ, the best fight IQ in the game. His game planning are elite when he came to a fight. And he's training a lot with Craig John. He did a lot of wrestling, grappling for the Islam fight. I think he will pay off for this fight. I think he will implement some wrestling. And I think when he get on top, he has crazy ground and pound. He will be live for a sub as well, I think. But like I said, I think Rodriguez's path is a knockout, but I think Volkanovski can finish him on the ground as well. I like the under 4.5. I bet him -110. I think that's crazy value. I like violence for this fight. I think a finish will happen, but my pick will be Volkanovski by knockout late in the fight, 3rd or 4th round.
All right, Cody.
Yeah, man. I stayed away from this fight too. I was looking at the over 3.5 just because both dudes are durable and Volk isn't usually a finisher. But I mean, Yair could finish Volk. Like, I'm expecting Volk to win because he's a beast. But I'll tell you this though, the way that Yair could win is with a head kick, dude. I've seen Volk get hurt by a head kick 3 times. I've seen him get finished early in his career with it. I've seen Max hurt him with it, and then Islam actually hit him with a head kick. So I mean, he's short, so he's susceptible to that and the body kicks, man. You never know. Yair could come out, damage his leg, dude. Yair was kicking the shit out of Max Holloway's leg before, but Max Holloway's just a tough dude with switching stances, all that, dealt with it. But the thing that kept me away from betting this fight is because I do like Volk, but I am respectful of Rodriguez's finishing ability. And then I stayed away from the over-unders because even though I do think both dudes are durable, I think Volk and Rodriguez are both live for finishes because I think Volk's going to use more wrestling here than he usually uses, and he's got pretty good ground and pound and stuff. And if you watched Yair when Max was taking him down, it was weird because Max don't have the best jiu-jitsu, but like Yair was just like laying there on his side where he'd let Max mount him and then he'd get to a hip and work out. But like, he's very dangerous early on with submissions and throwing up triangles and all that. But once he slows down a little bit in that 2nd and 3rd round, 3rd and 4th round, like against Max, he started just accepting being on the bottom, wasn't really throwing up stuff, was just surviving. So I could also see Volkanovski using a wrestle heavy game this time and landing a ton of ground and pound and stuff and getting finished too. So I just stayed away from this fight. I'm gonna be up money by the time it comes on. I'm gonna watch it as a fan. But I'm rooting for Volk, man. But I like both these dudes, man. I really do.
Yeah, I'm on the Volk side as well. I think Yair's only chance is early KO. And if it gets past like the second round, I think Volkanovski is going to win the rest of the way, whether it's by finish or by decision. I do think he's going to implement more of a wrestling game plan here. We've seen Yair get taken down pretty easily and controlled, and Volkanovski is just good everywhere. But there is a chance that Yair can get that knockout. I think that's just the only way. It's going to be like a lucky head kick, and he's got a kicker's chance, if you want to say, not even a puncher. He's got a kicker's chance. That's
one of the best kickers' chances.
One of the best kickers' chances.
Dude. I'm so excited for this fight, dude. I can't believe this event is about to start, bro. It's amazing.
I know, but we all went through the fights here, so I know the fights are about ready to start. Real quick, Patrick, I'll start you off. Let's tell us what you're doing, and we will get out of here as quick as possible.
Man, thanks for having me on. As usual, you guys love talking fights with you guys. And Dravi, it was a pleasure for the first time to talk fights with you, man. You're super sharp, and it was awesome to hear your breakdowns, too. We'll do it again. My name is Patrick. For those of you who don't know me, I run a channel called Addicted to Combat on YouTube. Go over there, give me a subscribe. I do full card breakdowns, live streams every week on Wednesday nights generally. This upcoming week, I'll be having Monk Maddox from the MMA Engine on to spice up next week's cards. It's not the best fight card. You know, the gambling spots are going to be stale hearing me talk about it, so we're going to have him do the DraftKings side too this week. So let's talk fights, guys.
Right on, Dravi.
Yeah, thanks for having me once again. It's always a pleasure, boys, and it was fun, Patrick, as well. So I post my play on Twitter almost every week, so you can follow me at Dravy _ or Dravy MMA on Twitter. And yeah, it's always fun to do YouTube. I'm only getting started, so it's always fun to go on your channel, Johnny and Cody.
Right on. Yeah, both these guys are killers, guys. So definitely check out Patrick and Dravi on Twitter, and Patrick on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Chart, YouTube, all that good stuff.
I'm on Threads now too. You guys know what Threads is? I'm on Threads.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like Instagram's version of Twitter. My girlfriend just showed me what it was, and she's like, "You should be on this." I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" But I made one. I made one. And she's like, "You could be one of the first people on there, dude." Couch Warrior Clint, they're already on there. I'm like,
oh, motherfuckers, motherfuckers!
They're so trendy.
Cody, tell everybody where you're at and what you're doing with your life.
Yeah, man. I'm winning bets. You know, making bets. I'm watching UFC.
Snapping necks, cashing checks.
Yeah, Pink Floyd. So Cody last week was telling us the bookies would hire him to sell their lines. This week he's all over the and I got 3 out of 5 underdogs. The only favorite I got is Rebovix this week. I might have picked them, but I didn't bet them. But no, I would set the line. Y'all would be in trouble if I was out there setting the line. Y'all never beat no line movement. It would just start perfect. And those are the facts. But I'm on your side. That's the thing. It's us versus them. Pink Floyd. Right. No, man, Blood Money MMA Bets, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I got the Layer Cake Discord. I got to update the link on my official bets I just put out. But if you guys want to go hang out in there, it's already popping off. Everybody's getting excited in the Layer Cake. So Layer Cake Discord, Patreon, all that stuff. All the links are in my descriptions and stuff. And just go follow Dravi and Patrick, man. They both do good stuff. And Johnny's good too.
Right. Yeah, definitely check out though Patrick and Dravi and Cody. All their stuff is linked in the description, and hope everybody wins their bets tonight. I appreciate everybody coming out and having fun, participating in the chat like always. We always like to have a little bit of fun, so sometimes we get a little caught up. It's all good. This is entertainment for you guys before the fight, just to make it go a little bit quicker. So definitely appreciate everybody showing up, like I said, and good luck to everybody, and hope everybody wins.
Good luck, even Pink Floyd, man. Good luck, everybody.
Even Pink
Floyd.
All right, guys. Take care. Good
luck.
Hey,
guys. I'm out.
Go Turner.